Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some MLB action this Tuesday afternoon. The Seattle Mariners versus the Texas Rangers. First pitch is going to be here in about 10 minutes. So let's cue up the theme music and take a look at the thumb. And then let's get into the starting lineups. Let's freaking go. I'm ready. One of my favorite matchups to be able to call and watch every single year. The Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. All right, baby, here we go. And this will be the thumb that I'm going to end up using tomorrow with Julio Rodriguez and, you already know, Corey Seager. But tonight, we got Julio Rodriguez. And on the right, Mr. Everything, Adolis Garcia. And let's start it off with the Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Seattle Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Tridents up. Let's go, baby. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We're looking for that first home run of 2024. Let's get it. Batting third and catching for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, right fielder, Mitch Hennigan. Batting fifth, playing second base, the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. Batting sixth, playing first base, Ty France. Ty France also looking for his first home run in 2024. Batting seventh, DHing for Seattle, the Texas Rangers Revenge Tour, Mitch Garver. Batting eighth and playing left field tonight, Luke Raley. And batting ninth, playing third base, Josh Rojas. I see you, Hollywood. I see you, J-Ro. Let's go, baby. And on the mound, the best pitcher on the Mariners to date, Logan Gilbert. Let's go, Walter. We need you, baby. Logan Gilbert, 1-0 with an ERA of 2.33. And I think that his success is starting to rub off on the rest of the starting five. Let's go, Walter. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go. And the Texas Rangers got an amazing spinning logo there with the state of Texas, one of my favorite ones besides the Seattle Mariner logo. Let's get into the Texas Ranger starting lineups, and this is not going to be easy for us Mariner fans. All right, baby, here we go. Leading off for the Texas Rangers, second baseman Marcus Semien. Batting second, playing shortstop, Corey Seager. Batting third, playing left field, Evan Carter. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth, playing first base for Texas, Nathaniel Lowe. Batting sixth, playing third base, Josh Smith. Batting seventh, DHing for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. Batting eighth, catching for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. And batting ninth, playing center field, Leody Taveras. And on the mound for the Rangers, Dane Dunning. Dunning's got a 2-1 record with an ERA of 3.91. Let's go, Mariners. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. And this is going to be tough. 3-game set with the Rangers. Then we go against the Diamondbacks right after that. It's not going to be easy, but hopefully we can find a way. Let's go. Fantastic weather here in the Pacific Northwest. 70-plus degrees. I got to wear a cutoff shirt and T-shirt with cutoff tee and shorts with Paisley. We went on 2 walks early on. I even got to shoot some hoops at my local park that I grew up playing ball at. Felt really good, and I'm ready for this matchup. Let's go, Mariners. Reflect in the building. What's good? Let's go. One of our Mitch is getting a ring, and hey, he needs another. I agree. Matt in the building. What's good? Anyone that's got a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the stream on the Twitter/X side as well as the YouTube side as well. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it, baby. Daniel in the building. What's good? How are you? Yes. Pretty sweet. They're 12-11 with a 5-5 home record. So we can do this. And we're 11-11 with a 4-5 record. So we got Logan Gilbert against Dane Dunning, Bryce Miller against John Gray, Luis Castillo against Andrew Haney. I think, honestly, we can win all those games. But again, we're going to have to put up 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits in every single game to give Logan Gilbert that comfort, as well as Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo. So, are we going to be able to sweep the Rangers? Most likely not. But if we can get 2 out of 3, I think a lot of Mariner fans would be happy with that. Let's go. Big Dumper is on fire, baby. I agree. Let's go. And some people are going to go that route, but, Michael Penix Jr. might end up being the best quarterback in the draft. So for whatever reason, if the Seahawks did go that route, it wouldn't necessarily be terrible. Like I said, especially if he ends up going to a team like that. Yeah, he might have to sit behind Geno for like a year or two, maybe do the same kind of thing that they ended up doing in Green Bay. But there is more pieces that are more of a need right now, than maybe tight end or quarterback with Brock Bowers or Michael Penix Jr., right? But if they end up going that route, it wouldn't be necessarily the end of the world. They would end up getting an amazing quarterback, staying home in the Pacific Northwest. He would learn, just like Jordan Love did behind Aaron Rodgers. And then when Geno's time is up, whether that is, sometime this year if he gets hurt, next year or the following year, I don't think it would necessarily be horrible, but I just think that there's going to be pieces that you need a little bit more. So Jackson Powers Johnson, Brock Bowers, Michael Penix Jr., those are luxury picks. You don't need them, but if you end up picking them, no one's going to be angry or pissed off, especially if they end up panning out and being Pro Bowl, All-Pro, or possible Hall of Fame players. So, it is what it is. Because again, you could end up going edge rusher, or trading back, and then that guy might get hurt, right? Or he might end up being a bust. So you have to look at it that way as well. Big facts. And also, too, remember, if Michael Penix Jr. ends up going to the Rams, he might end up beating the Seahawks and causing you guys a lot of pain in the near future. I feel that might be the best spot for him to land. So if the Seahawks were to grab him, it would be better than him playing on the Rams and him beating you guys in the future or competing with you guys. And then you guys have to already face the Niners. That's already going to be tough as it is. The last thing that you want as a Seahawk fan is Michael Penix Jr. being on the Rams, learning from Sean McVay, having Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua there, right, with Kyron Williams. The last thing that you want is the Seattle Seahawks to be the third-place team in the NFC West. At the very least, you want a second place. So we'll see what happens. But there's a good chance that Penix might even get picked higher, than 16. I wouldn't be shocked one bit. If they go higher or lower, it all depends on need of the specific teams. But again, a lot of people that are Seahawk fans, they might be Husky fans, and they want to keep it in-house and they want to keep it in the family. Now, if Penix wasn't a very good quarterback, and if he actually was, 6th, 7th, 8th, based off talent, then I would be like, whoa, you're going for like the hometown kid, but he's not that good. But in reality, if I was going to grade all the quarterbacks, I got Michael Penix Jr. as being the best quarterback in this draft. I feel that Bo Nix in the right situation could succeed. And then I feel that, Caleb could succeed as well. But the only thing I worry about him is his mentals. Is he going to be focused on the team or is he going to be focused on himself? And a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of players in college right now, it's me, not team. And they're worried about their social media and their brand and their presence. So hopefully Caleb, will be able to show out, help his teammates get better. And if he ends up going to the Bears, I wish the best of luck for him there. Odin in the building. What's good? Let him know. But you also have to understand, I go based off everything. I'm not going based on just touchdown to interception ratio. I'm not just doing the eye test. I'm going deep. I'm going, family structure, teammates, the coach relationship. Are you coachable? Are you going to be a distraction? And anytime you end up going at the top of the board, there's a lot of pressure. So you have to understand how many number 1 picks and number 2 picks have actually panned out based on being awesome in college football and then being able to be awesome in the NFL. I mean, if you really go back, even Oregon's Marcus Mariota couldn't do it, and he won the Heisman. So, like I said, I'm not saying that Caleb is going to be a bad player, but there is a chance that he could be great, but there's also a chance that he could end up being a bust or just being a good or average quarterback. What you do in college, is one thing, but when you go to the NFL, right, it's a whole nother game. Marcus Mariota for my Ducks, he didn't work out. Well, Michael James and DeAnthony Thomas, they didn't work out. I love them. They're legends in college, but in the NFL, it's a little bit different. So we'll see what happens. But again, with all those people, in the 12s, obviously in that room, you're going to get people that are going to go for the need, right? Which probably would be like, D-end, defense, O-line, D-line, defense in general, right? There we go, JP, right out of the gates. But again, there's also going to be people that are going to be looking at like a splash pick, which would be like, a Michael Penix Jr., even though you don't need it, Jackson Powers Johnson, even though you don't need it, or a Brock Bowers, even though you don't need it. So, that's why a lot of people, when they do these mock drafts, they think they know exactly what's going to go on. But when it ends up being draft day, most people have no clue what's going to happen, especially if there's trades up or trades back. So, big facts. Yeah, any player, like I said, any player could bust, like I said, and any player could end up having a severe injury, but I'm just saying based on my evaluations, and me, watching a lot of film and doing a lot of reading, more than the average person, like I said, I feel my evaluation process is a little bit deeper than the average person, and I'm not going to be right about everything, but I feel I have a pretty good pulse compared to most people on who's going to pan out and who's not. But again, it also depends on the team they go to. Like I said, sometimes you're going to have to wait to go to that second, third, fourth team like Baker Mayfield, where you might go and get drafted, might not work out on that first team, but eventually, if you're still in the league after that second, third, fourth year, you find the Buccaneers, after going to the Browns and the Rams, and then now it looks like it's going to work out. So not everyone's going to work out on their first team that they go to. Some will pan out, some won't. Some will have to wait to those second or third teams. Some will get injured, But again, everyone's going to have their own opinion on, what they think is going to be, the perfect fit for their particular team. Top of the first, 0-0. JP Crawford with that nice double, baby. Now we got Cal Raleigh in the box. Let's go. There we go. Let's go, Cal. Bang, baby. Let's go. With JP on second. Bye-bye. Back. Come on. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. I mean, Cal's playing like Julio. Like, we expected Julio to come out of the gates like this, but Cal Raleigh is the hottest player on the Mariners based off home runs, baby. Let's go. Next up, everyone's favorite, Mitch Haniga. What a great start for the Mariners. And everyone, make sure you remember about your mental health. You know, addiction, depression, anxiety, these are all things that people go through on the daily. Make sure you're doing the right thing each day to win the day. Let's go. What a great start. Let's go. Odin Sun with a fiver. Appreciate you. Haniger down towards third base. Foul. Thank you, Odin. I appreciate you. And sometimes it's not necessarily just the player's talent. It's the coach, it's the offensive coordinator, and it's the players that are around the person that's getting drafted. So if you go to a team that's dysfunctional, you know, you could be a fantastic player in college. You could be, you know, a Heisman winner. You know, you could be the best in the country at your position, but that still doesn't mean that you're going to pan out on that particular team. You know, and a lot of the teams at the top of the board have a lot of dysfunction. So we have to keep that in mind. But I don't wish anyone's downfall. Oh, Big K on Haniger. He goes down. So we'll see, you know, what happens in the draft. But, you know, like I said, I try to keep it 100. You know, if I was biased, I could just be like, Bo Nix is the best quarterback. Everyone else sucks. You know, no one else is going to pan out. He's the best. But, of course, I'm not going to, you know, do that. I'm doing it based off talent. I don't care what school they went to. I'm going to do it based on what I think, based on the games that I watched, you know, and doing all the research and looking at the film, reading the articles, and digging a little bit deeper than most, and then trying to be able to make a proper evaluation. But again, even that being said, it may take a few years for some of these guys to be able to make it. And some of them are going to bust. Some are going to fail. Some will get hurt, and some won't work out. But there's going to be some that will pan out. And hopefully in this particular draft, you know, out of the 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks, hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 that'll be top 10, top 12 quarterbacks in the NFL in the near future. And if we're really lucky, we'd get 3, but that might be pushing it. But you never know. Let's go. Jorge Polanco in the box. Let's go, Jorge. Switch hitter. Top of the first. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go. Let's go, Polanco. They opened up the roof in this particular game as well. Top foul towards first base. 1-2 count. Yeah, but the thing is that you can read and you can watch, right? But I think that as far as watching full games, I beat most people, you know, in that particular category. I don't think there's a lot of people that watch more full games than me. So you can watch highlight reels on YouTube. You can read articles. You can go on Instagram. You can go on Facebook. You can go on Twitter/X. But I don't know if there's that many people that have as many games on the DVR and that actually spend enough time to go through full game scenario and to be able to watch the film that way. You know, some people are going to watch their favorite team, you know, but for some people, you know, we're watching 5, 6, 7 full games on a weekend, just on the college side, you know, 2 or 3, and then maybe record a few and watch a few on Sunday, on Monday or Tuesday. So I think that's kind of the difference. You know, some people are going to read and they're going to watch their favorite team and their favorite players, you know, but, you know, when you're watching the top 25 teams and you're watching games at 9 a.m. in entirety, you're watching games from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and you're watching games late from, you know, 6 to 9 or 7 to 10, that's the difference. You know, to be able to make a proper evaluation, you know, you can't do it based on anybody else. You have to be able to watch full games, and you have to watch a lot of them. So I think that that's the one thing that I have an advantage of against most people. And there's going to be people like me that, you know, sit on the couch and end up watching, you know, games from 9 a.m. in the morning until 9 a.m. at night. But I feel that, you know, consistency is king. And I feel that I'm a little bit more consistent with it than most. And a lot of other people have jobs where they have to be out of the house, or, you know, they got other responsibilities with kids or other, you know, things that they have to do. So, but with me, this is my life. this is all I do, right? So you have to understand, I treat this as like, this is my everything. This is my reputation. This is everything that I got to do to be able to get to that particular point. So I'm not going to say that I'm smarter than everybody else, but I feel that I put in more work, and that obviously is pretty justified. If you look at the ESP, you look at the predictions, you look at what I do on fantasy, you look what I do on an everyday basis. Are there going to be people that are going to be like me? Of course. A lot of y'all in the room are the same way. We're fanatics. We're not average here, right? But there's a difference between watching like a game or two on a weekend or watching 5 or 6 or 7 full games over like a 2 or 3 day period. I don't think a lot of people honestly do that. Some people say they do, but a lot of people don't really, spend that kind of time. And again, for me, I'm reading about 4, 5, 6 hours a day, and a lot of people can say it, but how many people are actually doing it? And if they are, they're probably in this room with me right now. If you're on another channel, maybe not. But here, I know that a lot of y'all do the same thing as me, and we go extra deep when we're going through the evaluation process. 2-0 Mariners. Reflect with a 5er. Let's go, baby. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little cactus jack bang bang. $5 holla. Let's go. Odin, let me know what you want to do for photos. Same thing with you, Reflect. I got you. We're at 10. Let's get to a hundo. Let's go. Reflect busting out the stats. 9-1 after scoring first. I like that stat line. Let's go. And we got Walter on the mound, so we have a good chance here. Let's go, baby. Walter in the building. What's good? And also, I'm not biased, and I feel that, even if we have our favorite teams and our favorite players, I feel that, I'm the most non-biased person on YouTube. Like, I have no, I don't have to, be like, oh, this player, is the best because, Julio's on Seattle, or Bo Nix is the best because he's on my team. I'm never going to be that way, and I never have been. So I feel that gives me credibility right there because I don't need to toot my horn, for the players that are on the teams that I root for. If I feel Michael Penix Jr. is better than Bo Nix, how many Oregon Duck fans would legitimately say that? None. Like I said, I feel like I might be one of the only ones that can go outside the box and be real and be like, yeah, Bo Nix is good and he was fantastic for us. But how many real Duck fans could actually say, yeah, Michael Penix Jr. is better than Bo Nix and actually mean it? A lot of people have internal bias, even though they don't know that they do. It's like we love our team so much and our players. But again, I treat every team as if they were my own. So all 32 teams on the NFL side, I try to treat every single one as if it were my Buccaneers. And I feel that's a little bit of the difference with me compared to a lot of other people. Pitch is high and outside, 2-1 count. Let's go, baby. What's up, Walter? What's good? Let's go. Oh, of course, man. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins. Why wouldn't I be? Bottom of the first, 2-0 Mariners. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert. Pitches outside, 3-2 count. Let's go. Pitch on the corner. Damn it, we walked him. Seager going to first base. All right, Seager, I see you. Next up for the Rangers, left fielder Evan Carter. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Seattle. Pitch right there in the zone, ahead of the count. 0-1. Let's go, baby. 211 average, 3 home runs, 7 ribbies for Evan Carter so far in 2024. Pitch is outside, 1-1 count. Can't believe Cal got off to such a good start for us right there. I mean, I had a feeling that, he was going to hit a home run in the series, but I didn't know it was going to be like this early. To come out of the gates like that. And we need a production like that if we're going to try to beat the world champs. This is not going to be easy. And Texas is so good, I don't think it would surprise anybody if they made it back to the World Series. They're pretty solid. They're going to be one of the best teams in the American League for the foreseeable future. So. I think baseball is more exciting than basketball. I think NHL is better than basketball too. I mean, I feel, once we get further along into the playoffs, it might get a little bit better, but I don't know. From it all depends on what kind of fan you are. If you have a relationship with I think NASCAR is more exciting than basketball. But again, I watch a lot of different types of things. I follow a lot of different players and teams. But the NBA was great. College hoops was great back in the 80s and 90s, but it's not the same anymore. Like I said, compared to all the other sports, in my opinion. But again, it all depends on what you're attached to and what you like. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Mariners. Runner at first, 1-1 count to Adolis Garcia. Career high, 39 home runs and 107 ribbies in 2023. And if we're going to end up winning this series, we're going to have to limit the damage that Adolis Garcia does on the daily. Pitches outside, 2-1 count. Basketball is my least favorite. And the funny thing is, it used to be my number one growing up. But again, I grew up in the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon era, and it was different. And then even going to like Shaq and Iverson and Kobe, but since then, it's not the same. The lack of effort, everyone is weak, I got a hangnail, I got to be out for 5 games. They didn't do that. They had guys in like neck braces playing in the 80s and 90s. It's like, it's a different type of game. Big men are shooting threes. There's no defense nowadays. The talent level was better back in the day. So I don't know. Are there still great players that are playing in the NBA and in college hoops? Yeah. And obviously for the women's, they had an amazing 2-year stretch where there's more popular women basketball players than men, right? But as far as the NBA is concerned, it just doesn't do it for me. I'd rather watch a regular season baseball game, NHL playoffs, or watching like Talladega at NASCAR rather than even a playoff game on the NBA side. All right, I'll still be here. Hopefully the Mariners will still have the lead. Next up, Nathaniel Lowe. Logan Gilbert starting to lose a little bit of control. He's got runners at first and second. Come on, baby. And they don't got anybody in their lineup batting under 200. These guys are the real deal. They won 11 games on the road last season. And again, this is one of my favorite matchups to do. Whether we get our ass kicked and swept 3 games in a row, or we sweep them, or we can win 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3. But just the challenge of going against one of the best in the world, I like that challenge. And especially when you go against a rival in the division, it makes it exciting. Just like when we go against the Astros, but they're not as good. Little flip to first. There we go. Mariners up 2-0. 3 up, 3 down, baby. Let's go. And we'll get some photos for Reflect when he ends up coming back. And then Odin, anything that you want to specifically see? Let me get some old school photos of the Mariner players in here for him, even though he had to step away. Appreciate you, Reflect. Appreciate you, Odin. Hey, we always got to bring out the Mariner Moose. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Love you. Appreciate you. Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr., the Moose, a little Randy Johnson, big unit. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners, 0-for-0, first baseman, Ty France. Batting second, DHing for the Mariners, the former Ranger, Mitch Garver. And batting third, left fielder, Luke Rayleigh. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Luke. And let me see what I can get for Odin. Odin, you have anything specific that you want to see? Oh, really? I hope things are going a little bit better for you. You got anything specific that you want, Chief-wise or Devils-wise or wrestling-wise? You let me know, and I can get some photos up for you. I appreciate you. Nice. He said tugboat, Aussie, Irish, Wolfhound puppy, Bernice, pick out of those. And when you say tugboat, what are we talking about? Are we talking about earthquake and tugboat, like the old school wrestlers and the natural disasters? Or are you actually talking about an actual tugboat? And then Ozzy is obviously Ozzy Osbourne. And then Irish Wolfhound puppy. I got you. Natural disasters, baby. Big swing and a miss. There goes Ty France. See you later, Ty. Come on, baby. We need you. Next up, the former Texas Ranger, DHing for Seattle, making his revenge tour, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Mitch. He ended up getting his World Series ring today. Natural disasters. There we go. I figured that's what you meant, but again, when you end up just seeing, random words put together, I have to use my best intuitiveness to hopefully I feel that I'm on the same page with you. So, it's funny, some people like to make fun of those guys, from back in the day, but I have fond memories of Earthquake and Tugboat. Like I said, the natural disasters. Were they the best tag team? No. Were they a little bit overweight? Yeah. But were they still, entertaining back then with just other rando teams like the Bushwhackers and whatnot? Yeah. So it was a part of our childhood and we remember it. So pitch is outside, 2-2 count. Yeah, we'll do that. Irish Wolfhound puppy. Pitch is outside, 3-2 count. Come on, Garv. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Yeah, Earthquake and Typhoon. But then they, when they went from WWF and then you had certain guys go from WWF to WCW, so there was name changes that people had to have. So, mine was like Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, but I still had mad love for Demolition, Axe, Smash, and Crush. But I'll hit you with the Irish Wolfhound puppy first, and then we'll go from there. Next up, Luke Rayleigh. Top of the second, 2-0 Seattle. 2 outs, 1-0 pitch. Rayleigh pops it up. And foul, 1-1 count. Draws, that's a good one. The headbangers. I love the rando ones. That only hardcore fans will remember. Maybe not the best wrestler overall, but it was all about gimmicks, back in the 80s and 90s, Doink the Clown and, guys that might have not even really been that good, but you remember them, from the video games or just sitting on, the carpet playing with the wrestling figures, watching, the shows weekly when they came on. Superstars on Saturday night. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is inside, 2-2 count. Infused pop? Like what do you mean? Like soda? Soda with a special soda? Got him. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Mariners. All right, let's see if I can get a Oh. Third in the division. There you go. You just got to keep practicing. I know the MLB show game is pretty tough. You know, even if you play on an easier difficulty, I got a couple buddies that play it, and they do like seasons and stuff as well. And, you know, it's pretty challenging. All right, let me see what I can get here for photos for you. Irish Wolfhound puppy. Let's go there. Good choice. See if it'll let me grab any of these. Most of the photos are more like they're big. Let's see what I can find here. Some are formatting, some are not. Now, do you have an Irish Wolfhound puppy, or is that something that you want? Oh, nice catch. Rayleigh with a nice catch. Smith flied out, one away. Oh, I got a good one here. There we go. There's a good puppy one. Next up, Wyatt Langford, DHing for the Rangers. Yeah, like I said, you know, when you got certain types of pups, you know, and certain types of breeds definitely need a different types of love and attention. You know, some, you know, can, you know, be in a kind of a smaller space, you know, but others, you know, are going to need a lot of work. Like, you know, even with my American Staffordshire, you know, Terrier, you know, pup with Paisley, you know, like I said, it doesn't really matter based on, you know, the small quarters of where you live. You know, you could end up having just like, you know, a 1-bedroom apartment, and you can have a dog like that. But the main thing is for those types of pups with like pitties and American Staffies, you know, they need a shitload of exercise. So if you aren't able, you know, to give them that type of, you know, outdoor activity, they're not going to be able to, you know, be as happy to their full potential. So a lot of work. You know, some puppies and some breeds are definitely easier to, you know, manage than others, 100%. Bottom of the second, 2-0, Mariners. 1-2 pitch to Langford. Pitch into the dirt, 2-2 count. Yeah, I feel with like most dogs, it's not necessarily living quarters, but it's like what they need outside. And the love and attention that they need, you know, with walks and freedom to run, or, you know, being able to take them to open spaces so you can either let them off leash or to be able to go on like long walks and adventures and whatnot. But every breed is going to be a little bit different. But, you know, like I said, Paisley changed my life forever. I've never loved something as much as her in my entire life. And it definitely has helped my mental health tremendously. Pitches inside, 3-2 count. We got to get Langford here. 3-2 pitch. Pitch low and outside, and he walked him. Damn it. Next up for the Rangers, catcher Jonah Heim. It's a cool photo. I always like photos of catchers. You don't usually see too many cool ones like this. Obviously, I have a batting photo of him as well, but I figured we'd start off with the catching photo. It's really cool. You don't really see too many of them in baseball that look as good as this one. A little HD 4K action. Crispy. 2-0 Mariners in the bottom of the second. Runner at first, one away. Yeah. It's like some people can realize, that that might be a part of your world, with like a cat or a dog. But to a cat and dog themselves, the human is their whole world, and I treat every day as if it's my last day on earth, in general, and also with Paisley. I want to make sure I'm getting the most out of every single day, because we already know pups and obviously with kittens and cats, they don't live forever. They got a short period of life, so you want to make sure you spend as much possible quality time as you can. Big punch out from Logan. There we go. My guy, Logan Gilbert with the K. I like it. Aaron and Moose coming out. Let's go. Next up for the Rangers in the 9-hole, center fielder Leody Taveras. Might have to go do another link here. I hate it. It's like when links end up having issues, it's just annoying. I want to make sure that I can watch it smoothly. And anytime you end up having a link that like buffers and whatnot, it's like the most annoying thing ever. Regardless if it's through like your cable provider or through ESPN or through another link. Like, get your shit together. Might have to even go to my backup one. That one, it might even be a little bit further back in the stream, but I mean, I can't have stuff that's just going to be buffering forever. All right, we're at the end of the inning, end of the second, 2-0 Mariners. All right, I'm going to go here. Let me try again. And some links will be good, and it has nothing to do with my internet because I have a gig, so it's like, it's always going to be on the server's end, on their end. I might have to go to this backup one. Bear with me. What the hell is going on here? Shit, even the backup one is fucking up too. They might be on the same server. Okay, there when that one at least came up. Jesus. Come on now. All right, let me find it here. All right, there we go. All right, inning is done. Let me see if I can turn this up. Butterfly shrimp. All right, let me go here. the only problem sometimes when certain links are going to be a little bit slower than others. But if I can have a clear stream rather than, and if it's another 15 seconds slower, rather than going to one that is closer to being 100% live, but then it's buffering every 15 to 30 seconds, that shit gets hella annoying. Jeremy in the building, what's good? Yeah, Bucks are looking at him. We need a center, so I would not be shocked if we draft him, but I don't know if he'll be there at 26. No, I bet. Yeah. What's up, Jeremy? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Tugboat becomes typhoon. Oh, baby. That brings back a lot of memories. Because obviously they couldn't use the same names, from one, promotion to another. All right, baby. Dunning on the mound. We're in the top of the third. 2-0 Mariners. Rojas down towards first base, foul. Looks like this one is going to be a little bit better than the other one. (0-2 count. Come on, Rojas. We need you, baby. Cal Raleigh with a 2-run jack earlier in the first inning to get us off to a nice, comfortable 2-0 lead. Top of the third, 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low in the dirt. 1-2 count. Let's go, Josh. Let's go, baby. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Reefer boys in the building. What's good? Oh, Rojas down the third baseline. Go, 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 go for two. Go for two, Hollywood. There we go. We got J-Rod and we got J-Row. Let's go. Nice job, Rojas. David in the building. What's good? Yes, absolutely. I am going to be doing the NFL draft on. I'm doing this game, Mariners Rangers today. I'm doing Mariners Rangers tomorrow, and then we're going to do the NFL draft on Thursday, round number 1, and then I'll do the NFL draft rounds 2 and 3 on Friday, and then I'll just watch, the rounds 4 through 7, but I won't stream the third day on Saturday. Oh, baby! Oh, Julio getting his first home run. Let's go. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's go. Jeremy, it might not be your game today, baby. Let's go. 4-0 Mariners. Oh, baby. Julio with his first home run in 2024, 435 feet. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. Oh, my. Oh, my. Let's go. We were waiting. Oh, my phone is blowing up right now. Let's go. Trident's up. It's not over yet. But to have a 4-0 lead on the Rangers, one of the best teams in baseball, we're right there with them, though. Let's go. All right, let me go back to see if my original Link is better because it's a little bit faster, but they were having problems with it. Let me see. Hopefully it's up to speed now. All right. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Next up, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, baby. We're rocking and rolling here. Fuck yeah. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Let's go. It's not over yet when you're the Rangers, though. It's like, you know, when you're the Texas Rangers or the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Atlanta Braves, you know, you could end up being down 5-0, right? And most teams would be like, fuck, it's over. Let's just wait till tomorrow. You know, but when you're a really, really, really good team, you know, just like in any sport, the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, you know, the NFL, any sport that's a four major, right? When you're one of the top teams, you feel that you can come back from anything. You know, even if it ends up being like a, you know, crazy number like 4 or 5-0, you know, as long as there's, you know, innings left to be played, anything can happen, especially when starting pitching goes out. Let's go. How have you been, David? Nice job, Julio. He's smiling big, too. I had a feeling that he might end up getting it today, but we've been saying that for like the last 10 fucking games, so. Cal Raleigh strikes out. Come on, Cal. Look at Julio. Oh, he crushed it. Oh, baby. Back on. Julio Rodriguez. Someone grab that baseball. Wow. Trident's up. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K. Right fielder, everyone's favorite, Mitch Haniga. Let's go. Pitch in the zone for a strike, 1-1 count. I ended up watching the first one that you sent me, and then I ended up going in and I ended up watching that this morning. Yeah, you sent me two. You sent me like, you know, some of the Uncle Howdy stuff, and then I looked at your photos of the new shirts and whatnot, and then the other link as well. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. What do you think all of it means as far as are we going to end up getting some type of like, you know, Uncle Howdy, like a little bit of a run? Like, what do we think that's going to happen with it? Like storyline wise? I mean, anything that's associated with Bray Wyatt, I'm here for that. You know, like I said, that documentary was very good. I cried a lot. I know a lot of people did that watched that. You know, I'm not going to get too emotional for too many wrestlers passing away, but, you know, Macho Man, Elizabeth, Scott Hall, Bray Wyatt. You know, those are the three that definitely, you know, depending on the, you know, relationship that you had with certain people, you know, it means more to certain people than others, you know, especially if you've been in kind of a dark place. Sometimes, you know, those types of people, you know, to some people, it might just be a wrestler or it might just be an athlete, but to some of us, like me and Odin, it's much, much more. You know, sometimes it's something, you know, to be able to believe in, something to look forward to, especially when your mental health goes up and down. You know, sometimes it's good to be able to have something that you really love that you are looking forward to, and it hurts when you end up losing that person and then they're not around anymore. Awesome. Pay-per-view, people involved? Okay. Oh, Mind Drive from Haniger. But Monday Night Raw, you know, all of the, you know, I feel shows for WWE are so much better. Like the camera angles, the interviews, the backstage brawls, like everything that WWE is doing with Vince out of the picture is like so much better. Like I feel that they're really going all out. And it makes you kind of wonder what they were doing with like the different camera angles and with the other people that were running it, and to what we're seeing now. It's so much better. Uncle Howdy QR code, huge Easter eggs with Nightbird tees. Becky Lynch wins the world title. And I ended up watching, because I get it here on Monday Night Raw later than you guys do in the Midwest and the East Coast. So I ended up watching it, when it came on at like 8 p.m. And then it obviously goes until 11, for that 2 or 3 hour stretch. When you guys end up getting it from 5 to 8 in the Midwest or the East Coast. So. Well, obviously nothing is going to be, the same as it was if Bray Wyatt was alive. If Bray was alive, and then they had Bo Dallas and Bray together, and anything that they did would be awesome. It'd be magic, right? But, when you're trying to pay a tribute, to someone that, you're probably never going to see someone like Bray Wyatt ever again. And that's the true facts. He was an original one of one, and very well liked in the locker room. One of the best innovators, in the game. And I'll go back and rewatch it again. But again, I kind of skimmed through it, but I'll watch it again after I'm done with the stream. And if there's anything else, I'll hit you with a message afterwards. So, the Dofu. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, and the Dofu shit will work. Line drive, one away. Marcus Simeon. So far, so good with the Mariners. Let's go. Next up for the Rangers, shortstop Corey Seager. Bottom of the third, 4-0 Mariners. Let's go. Yeah, but I got to sit down. I watched the first thing, and then I looked at the shirts, but I'm going to rewatch the YouTube Uncle Howdy QR link that you sent. I'll watch it from beginning to end, and then I'll message you after I'm done with the stream. And then I'll message you to see if there's anything that I missed while I watched it the first time. Yeah, Dunn sucked. He was terrible in the production truck. And when you're looking at all the different camera angles and just the whole vibe, with the graphics and everything that they're doing, it's like a night and day difference. But on the AEW side, though, I still want to end up watching Ospreay and Bryan Danielson. I feel that's still one of the best matches that we've had in 2024, and not a lot of people got to see that match unless you ended up watching AEW on that particular, headliner. But they're still obviously going to be, running behind. WWE. I don't know if anyone's ever going to, catch up to WWE. And the only way that AEW was gaining ground is when all their top guys were healthy and wrestling every single week. And they're not in that position right now. So. Come on, baby. Man, this link is all fucking up again, dude. WWE, AEW. Yeah, if we could end up getting something like that, that would be awesome. A little crossover event. Bottom of the third, 4-0 Mariners. Pitch on the corner for a strike to Evan Carter. Oh for 1 for Evan. 208 average, 3 homers, and 7 ribbies for Evan Carter. Yeah, too many, of my favorites passing away too soon for sure. End of the third inning, 4-0 Mariners. That's big swing and a miss. Logan Gilbert with another K. Nice job, Logan. Let's see who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners in the top of the fourth. I did not expect a 4-0 lead, but I'll take that. We're trying to get first place in the American League West. And we might be able to compete with the Rangers, throughout this whole season. And, even if we get a wild card, so be it. But there's a chance the Mariners can win the American League West this year. Go, baby. All right, next up for the Mariners in the top of the fourth, 0 for 1 with a K. Second baseman, switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K. First baseman, Ty France. And batting third, 0 for 1, and a K, DHing for Seattle, the former Ranger, Mitch Garver. Is that good? Pretty good, huh? He's been our best pitcher so far, in 2024, so. And he's starting to rub off on the other players as well, which is nice. But we'll be doing this game today, this game tomorrow, same time around 5. And then we'll do NFL draft day 1 and day 2. Round 1 on Thursday, rounds 2 and 3 on Friday. And then I'll end up doing the Mariners and Diamondbacks on Saturday night. But I'll end up watching, in the morning, I'll end up watching day 3, rounds 4 through 7. So. Go, baby. I got you, Odin. Big swing and a miss by Polanco at 1-1 count. Got Dane Dunning on the mound still. Kind of surprised that we roughed him up so much. Love this Ranger spinning logo. Dunning, 2-1 record with a 3.91 ERA, but we're starting to rough him up here a little bit as ERA just went up to 4.85, giving up 4 hits and 4 runs, but he's got 6 Ks so far, so he's got that ability. He just didn't expect to get 2 home runs, batted on him so early, so we'll take it though. Cal Raleigh homered and Julio homered so far. 2 2-run homers apiece. That'll definitely help a team win. Big facts. Not very common for us, for sure. Reefer Boys with a 20. Hey, thank you so much, man. Like I said, just to be able to get people to show the love. And, I feel that there's going to be a lot of, streamers that are out there, that might have more subs or that might have more people in the room, but that doesn't mean they're better than us. It just means they're more popular. And, once we get more newbies and more regulars to show love and support, and we can get on more dono trains and more, shares and more subs and more views, eventually, things are going to get better, but it's definitely a team effort. Appreciate you so much, man. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus stack, bang, bang. Smash that like button, and if you do that on the Twitter/X side as well as here on YouTube, love you and appreciate you very, very much. Algorithm would be definitely very helpful. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. so much. It means a lot. All right, we're at 10. We need 10 more to get to 20. And then if we can end up getting to 20 likes, then we'll try to shoot for 25 or 30. But it kind of just depends on how many people are in the room and how many we got watching. Right now we got 28, through Twitter/X here and YouTube as well. Appreciate you very, very much, man. It means a lot. Like I said, because, this is my full-time job. So, I don't have any other income coming in. I grind and grind and grind pretty much every day, on this to make sure that I can survive for me and my pup. So thank you so much. Ty can't pick this up from Dunning. He said, see you later. Still waiting for Ty France to get his first home run. He was getting baited there. Sit down. Next up, Mitch Garver. We're at 30. Let him know. Jeremy with the tour. Appreciate you. It's still early, but it kind of feels like it might be the Mariners' day today. You're going against our best pitcher. And then we got George Kirby. And then we got, Bryce Miller tomorrow. And then Luis Castillo. So I'm not saying that we're going to sweep you guys, but the Mariners are better than people think. We started off slow, and the Rangers are a great team. We won the World Series last year, but don't be surprised if the Mariners get second place to the Rangers this year, and don't be surprised if the Mariners overtake the Rangers either this year, next year, or the following year for first place in the American League West. We're coming. It used to be the Astros and the Rangers, but now I feel the Mariners have taken the Astros spot, and it's going to be a two-team race for many, many years to come. So I appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus stack, bang, bang. Let me know what you want to do for photos, too. If you want Seager, you want old school like Nolan Ryan, you let me know. Rafael Palmeiro, anything that you want Rangers-wise, you let me know. I got you. All right, no problem. Talk soon. Make sure you have a good day. Pitches outside, inside. 1-0 count. 4-0 Mariners in the top of the fourth. Runner at first. In the box, Luke Raley. 194 average, 0 homers, and 2 ribbies. Luke. All the way to the warning track. Oh, nice catch. But also, too, pitching has to be consistent, and we have to get 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. And if we do that, we can win a lot of games, 90-95% of the time. But the problem is that when we don't get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, we lose 90-95% of the time, regardless of who's pitching. We haven't proven since Julio's rookie year with George Kirby and Cal Raleigh, in 2022, where we could win games 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. We haven't really been able to be consistent like we were a couple years ago. And also extra inning games, we were good in Julio's rookie year. Since then, not so much. So when we get to extra innings, a lot of times we collapse. So we'll see. All right, let me see if I can get some photos here. But let me know what you're looking at. Reefer boys, I got you. And Jeremy, let me know. And I'll throw a few here for you. I'm going to get you your proper logo, though. I'll start off with this since I have it handy. Give you a little Seager. Give you a little Adolis Garcia. How about an old school Nolan Ryan? Legend. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks. That'll never be broken, right? He's got the most no-hitters, most one-hitters, 2-hitters, 3-hitters, 4-hitters. The guy played from 1968 to 1993. It's just wild. He played in 4 decades. Started off with the Mets, right? Then went to the Angels, then ended up going to the Astros, and then finished it off with the Texas Rangers. I just don't understand how this guy, didn't have Tommy John and didn't have his arm fall off. He might really be like an alien or something. Like, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this, and I don't think we ever will. And back in the day, they were pitching full games. It wasn't like today where you pitch 6 innings and you go out. Like, you were literally pitching the all 9 innings. And that's what it was for a lot of those, elite guys. Now, if you were a shitty pitcher, then you probably not. But if you were elite like Nolan Ryan, yeah, they expected you to go the distance. And that's what makes, his legacy even more impressive that he was able to get all those no hitters and the one hitters and the two hitters and all those Ks, but he was pitching complete games. It was wild. Rojas got him. Appreciate you. Rojas, what defense by Josh. Nice job, J-Ro. Good defense, baby. Yeah, no, it can be whatever you want. Just because I do a baseball stream doesn't mean that I have to do baseball picks. If you want to have something wrestling-wise, you got a favorite rapper or like a band, we can do that. If you want to do basketball, you want to do NHL, you want to do NFL, you want to do college football, like literally it's like whatever you want. So you let me know whatever your favorite things are. You just let me know what those are, and then I'll look them up, and then I'll try to find the best HD 4K photos of whatever your favorite things are. That's pretty much like a golden rule on anything. Like I could be doing a NASCAR stream, we could do football photos. I could do an NFL stream, and it could be an NHL photo. I could do a baseball stream, and we could do our favorite rappers or like singers or bands. It doesn't matter. So popped up, 2 away. Michael Thomas, I got you. Good choice. And just because I'm a Bucks fan, I'm not going to be a hater to people that are Saints or Falcons or Panthers. So I got you, man. Next up for the Rangers, third baseman Josh Smith. Pitch in the zone for a strike. Delete some of these other photos real quick, make some room. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Mariners. I'll even hit you with the Saints spinning logo too. We got to make sure we're doing it complete here. You take care of me, I'm going to take care of you. I always go above and beyond. The average streamer, or even the, some of the people that are established, they typically, not every single one, but a lot of them got big egos, and they're not going to put up photos of other people in the room of whatever their favorite things are. Usually it's just whatever they like, and then you just watch that particular person. But I always like to be able to celebrate the people that are in the room that are celebrating me. So, whatever your favorite things are, I got you, man. And then once we get out of this inning, I'll throw up some more Michael Thomas for you. Appreciate you very much. Yeah, I ended up calling that game yesterday, and tough series with the Stars and Golden Knights, and it shows you, even though Vegas isn't as good as they were last year, you never can count them out. And a lot of Stars fans, I thought, we're probably thinking we're going to take advantage and we're going to beat them this year. But, again, the play and net, by Ottinger and the rest, it's just not good enough. And when you got like 7 or 8 guys and they're that deep in scoring, even with 19 guys on IR, Vegas is the real deal. Like Aiden Hill, he might be the weak link on the team, because sometimes he's good and sometimes he's not, kind of like Ottinger, sometimes good, sometimes not. But, you just got to be able to get like Robertson and Pavleski and Rupi Hintz. Every single guy has got to come to play, and they have to score every single game. It's like you got to be putting up like 4, 5, 6, 7 goals. You're not going to get away with scoring like 1 or 2 against Vegas and win. Like, they're one of the top dogs, even though they're not as good as they were last year as like, the number 1 seed, and they kind of rolled through everyone, for the Stanley Cup championship. So it's not over yet, but yeah, I'll hook you up with some Mike Modano, Jeremy as well. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Seattle. Runner at second, 2 outs. Logan Gilbert, 62 pitches in, 1-2 count to Wyatt Langford. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. Yeah, just unfortunate that Drew Brees and Mike Thomas, can't guard Mike. Couldn't have enough, extended period of time together. Like, too bad Mike Thomas wasn't drafted a few years before that, so that way they could have broke records together a little bit longer. Instead of having that one like splash breakout year, and then it shows you after moving on from Drew Brees, it's not easy to be able to find the next Drew Brees. It's going to take a while. Jameis tried, and now you got Carr, but it's not Drew Brees. I'm a Bucs fan, and I have mad respect for Drew Brees. You could argue he's the best short quarterback of all time. There's not a lot of guys that can throw for 5,000 yards, and I think a lot of fans of the Saints, thought that Michael Thomas was making Drew Brees, but then they started to realize that he couldn't stay healthy, right, after Drew Brees, retired and left, right? And then you started to realize how great Drew Brees was, that he made everyone around him better, and he had the best pregame speeches, besides Ray Lewis. If we're talking about best pregame speeches in the NFL, Drew Brees on offense, Ray Lewis on defense, and at least you ended up getting the one ring, even though you guys ended up getting robbed against the Rams. But, even though the Rams robbed you, right, they didn't end up winning the Super Bowl that year. The sports gods, they fucked up, right, but they didn't let the Rams end up winning that Super Bowl. They ended up losing to the Patriots. So at least you don't have to have that bitterness, towards them for like, oh, they cheated, and then they won the Super Bowl. They cheated, and then they lost. So, all right, let me get some more photos up here for you. For the two of you. I appreciate the two of you very much. People don't realize, like when you're a streamer, like how fast you have to work. Like, you have to really know what you're doing, on the internet. You have to be able to navigate. You have to be able to multitask. You have to be very, very quick. Especially like commercial breaks, they don't last forever. Got you, man. There's not very many people I feel that can, go toe to toe with me speed wise with what I do. Very difficult. But I'm born for this shit. My destiny. Next up, Josh Rojas. Let's go, J-Row. Let's go, Hollywood. And then once we get to another commercial break, I'll pump out a couple more Mike Thomas for you. Flexing or no flexing, I'll get some cool ones for you, and then we'll get a Mike Modano loaded here in a second. Yeah, well, he got hurt, so it's one thing when, you got to think a lot of wide receivers are going to be divas and they're going to want the ball and they can talk a big game. But at the end of the day, you got to stay healthy. And that's the one thing that, Mike Thomas, can't guard Mike, wasn't able to do. If he was able to stay healthy, maybe he would have been able to not put up the same numbers he did with Drew Brees, but still be like respected as like maybe a top 10 or top 12 receiver. But when you get hurt every single year, you start to kind of fall down, the rankings, and then the NFL is what have you done for me lately type of league. So. Yeah, but if you hate divas, Matt, every wide receiver is almost one of them. And that's your favorite position. Tight ends are divas, wide receivers are divas. Like I said, they're going to have strong personalities. They have the swagger. They have the skill set. Not everyone is going to be a humble receiver like Marvin Harrison, or like a Jerry Rice. Not every single one is going to be humble pie. Especially now in this day and age, where it's about your brand, about social media, about your swagger, about showing off. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like I said, it all depends on how you represent yourself. It's like Jay Jetta kind of goes above and beyond, but he's well liked because it feels like when he's celebrating, he's coming up with the dances and the gritty, but he's not really trying to necessarily show up the corner. He's just trying to do him. And I feel that's why Jay Jetta doesn't really get a whole lot of hate, because we know how great he fucking is. And then, he's just celebrating afterwards. It all depends on your attitude and what you're saying and doing on and off the field. Comparing like Jetta to like a T.O., T.O. robbed the people the wrong way. people love the celebrations out of T.O., but he was just talking too much shit all the time, and when you talk too much shit, and you're too verbal, at the end of the day, when you get old, no one's going to want to sign you. And that's why you want to make sure that you can show off, but you want to make sure that you're not being extra. Because if you end up talking too much shit when you get old and you're going to want that contract at the end of your career, no one's going to want you. And that's exactly what happened to T.O. So, top of the fifth, 4-0 Mariners. Reflect right when you left to go run the errand. Julio hit his first home run. 2-run jack. He crushed it. So Cal with a 2-run homer. Julio with a 2-run homer. Yeah, and that's why, as an NFL fan, or college football, or whatever it is, you have to make sure that you appreciate the greatness that you're watching and understand that it's not going to last forever, and like I said, you're going to have a few good years, but I think a lot of Saints fans, were a little bit delusional, thinking that after Breeze was gone, that they were going to continue to still, be the best team in the NFC South, and that the Bucs and the Falcons and Panthers were just going to be asked. And then you started to realize maybe the Falcons and the Panthers were still, looking to grow, but Tampa wasn't that far behind, and obviously when we ended up getting Brady and Gronk and AB and Bruce Arians, we ended up going all the way, but that was unexpected. I didn't think that shit was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to get all those players to come, but it shows you like how good our team was, before those guys came. We were only missing a couple pieces, but we needed the right coach. And obviously getting Brady and Gronk, that definitely helps. AB, before he went fucking CTE and crazy. But the real reason that we ended up getting that far and winning the Super Bowl, is two things. Antoine Winfield Jr. and Tristan Wirfs. People don't talk about that. If we didn't get those two guys in the draft that year, we would have never even made it to the NFC Championship game, let alone the Super Bowl and winning it. So, it was cool to be able to have Brady and Gronk and that. But again, hitting, the draft on the head and getting Wirfs, one of the best offensive linemen, even to this day, Hall of Fame. Antoine Winfield Jr., he'll be Hall of Fame as well. It's not often that you're going to hit, with players that good in the draft like we did with Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks. We're the only team to have two Hall of Famer players on defense in the same draft ever. So Tampa knows how to draft, and we know how to get players. But again, I might not ever win a championship the rest of my life. We've gone to 2 Super Bowls. We've won 2. But, again, I'm going to be realistic about it. It might be, those are the only ones that I ever get. And, at least my mentality is I understand that. Top of the fifth, 4-0 Mariners. Julio in the box, JP at first. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Julio. Three-one pitch. And they walked him. Julio getting a walk? What is this? Crazy. It only took Julio until his 23rd game to get his first home run of the season, but we'll take it. I know he feels good about that. Trident's up. Next up, big dump of Cal Raleigh. Oh, they're having a pitching change. There goes Dane Dunning. That's rough because Dunning is a good pitcher, but you don't expect two-run jacks, so. Yeah, and the thing is, for me, I'm just going to keep it real. It's like you're not going to have great teams all the time. So it's like Mariners. We were asked for like 20 years, but I still, root for them. Blazers, they're terrible. Now, especially this year after Dame left, they're like bottom 2, bottom 3 in the league. They're dog shit. Oregon Ducks, that might be the only thing that, you're starting to see the potential that maybe the Oregon Ducks will be able to get to a natty with Dan Lanning in the next 5 years. And maybe if we're extremely lucky and we can get past Ohio State and Michigan and Georgia and Bama and whoever, Texas and whoever else, maybe one day before I die, I'll be able to see the Mariners win a World Series pennant, and maybe I'll see the Ducks win a natty. Maybe, but maybe not, And then Tampa, obviously, is probably the most celebrated, getting to 2 Super Bowls and winning 2. So, all right, no problem. Take care. All right, let me see if I can get you a Mike Modano here real quick. Anything else you want besides Mike Thomas? I got you. We're keeping the Mike theme going. Mike Modano, that's like my childhood, man. Old school, man. Look at those jerseys. Hell yeah. Appreciate you. Easy. What's good, bro? Eddie Guerrero. What's good, man? How many Mariner games have you been to so far this year? Good to see you this season. We're still waiting on a few of the other Mariner fans from last year to come through. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, $2 holla. Eddie Guerrero, one of my all-time favorites as well. I got you. No problem. There we go, Cal. Hell yeah, bases loaded. This is going to get a little ugly, Jeremy, in this game. But again, it's a 3-game set. So, if we end up beating you, right, we're going to end up, being 12-11. You'll go to 12-12. And there's still 2 games to see who ends up being the best. Mariners are coming, baby. And once we get to commercial, I'll be able to get some more photos for all of y'all. Appreciate you. Top of the 5th, bases loaded, 1 out, 4-0 Mariners. One of the greatest moments in wrestling history when Eddie finally got the belt. Latino Heat. I know a lot of people, love Rey Mysterio, as being like the Latino lucha libre, like legend, but I love Rey. Don't get me wrong. And his legacy is amazing, but I always had Eddie above Rey, and I love the fast-paced wrestling, and I love lucha libre style. But if Eddie didn't die and he was able to keep wrestling, I think that his legacy would even be bigger and bigger and bigger than people think. Just really sad with the whole Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero situation and all the shit that happened, and they were really, really tight. And if you guys have seen the wrestling documentaries, but, you could definitely argue that Eddie might be, one of the, all-time best, if not the best, Latino wrestler ever. He was amazing. He could do it all. He was great on the microphone. He was great in the ring. He could do fast. He could do slow. He could do technical. He could do high flying. He could be on the top rope. He could do it all. He was a one of one. And I love me some Eddie Guerrero. Big facts. Yeah, but a lot of people with Rey, it's longevity. And being in so many different federations like, Eddie Guerrero and whatnot. So, everyone's going to have their favorites. Some people like Eddie. Some people don't. They don't, Yeah. Hopefully you can come through and hang out when you have some time. So, let me see if I can get some more photos up. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. One sec here. See who's due up for the Rangers. All right, next up for the Rangers, 0-for-1 with a K, catcher Jonah Heim. Batting second, center fielder, 0-for-1, Leody Taveras. And batting third, starting off the top of the order, second baseman, Marcus Semien. Let's go Mariners. Let's see what other photos I can pull up here for you guys real quick. And I like wrestlers that, went through the ECW, WCW, WWF, like, guys that traveled and guys that went to Japan and Mexico, the grind. Not everyone is going to be celebrated the same way, and certain guys, really had to go and earn it. Legend, icon, GOAT, Eddie. And let me know what you want besides Mike Thomas, on that end. See if I can get one more Mike Modano photo in here for you as well. Boys got to work fast. So many button clicks. You have no idea. I got you. Logan Gilbert still going strong. Bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Mariners. So Dunning went 4.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 base on balls, and 7 Ks. He just gave up 2 two-run jacks, right? And that got him eliminated. Gilbert, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 3 walks, which is unusual for him, 3 Ks. So ZRA is just hovering around 2. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is low. 3-1 count to Jonah Heim. Love this photo. You don't see catching photos like this too often, and this is probably one of my favorite ones out of all of the major league teams, that I have photos for. Fire. Crispy. Fouled off towards first base. Count is full. 3-2 count. I feel the younger generation, though, it all depends on how old you are. If you've only been watching wrestling for, the last maybe 5, 10 years or whatnot, or 15, a lot of these younger individuals, they don't know who Eddie is besides, YouTube and whatnot, or watching old school VHS or DVDs. Gilbert with a K. But if you're a little bit older, then Focus in the building. What's good? Nice start for the Mariners here. 4-0 Mariners. Nice job, Logan. I'll even hit you with the college. Woo! Stetson. Let's go, Logan. Chopper. The first base to Ty France. 2 away. Next up, for the Rangers, Marcus Simeon. Elliott in the building, what's good? All right, take care. Bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Mariners. Popped up. We got that. J-Ro, a.k.a. Hollywood. And I talked to my buddy today. He's going back to the Turn Back the Clock night, for the jerseys and whatnot. And then they have another giveaway after that. So my buddy's going on Friday, Saturday for the Diamondbacks, both of those games. And then he's going to come back Sunday with his dad. Super jealous. Oh, for the Julio home run. There we go. Focus with a tenor. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. It's not often that we get someone that's going to come in brand new, to drop $200 and then like a 50 and then a 10, and then to be able to show that love and support. It's always good to be able to get new goats to replace some of the others, and the more people that we can get to support on a higher dollar amount will obviously attract others to do the same. So I appreciate you very, very much, man. And I get it. Not everyone is in the same financial position to do what Focus is doing, or Megan, or Reflect, or some of the others in the room. But again, I really do appreciate the people that come through and show that really good support, for me and my pup, and obviously my dream, since this is my full-time job and I have, nothing else coming in. So thank you so much. Focus with a tenor. Let's go for that Julio home run, baby. Right ends up. Finally, hey, it only took us, 23 games to get his first home run, and hopefully this will be the beginning of a streak. Let's go. Let's go. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you. $10 holla. And it's always good when Julio can get going. Julio for days, for weeks, for years. All about J-Rod, baby. Yeah, this is my mood before the J-Rod homer, after the J-Rod homer, baby. Trident's up. Let's go. Shout out to all the goats in the room showing much love. We're starting to get more and more people feeding off the others in the room. And, and when you can get one person to show love, then obviously you're more likely to have another person and then another and another. So we're at 44. Let's get to 100. 66 to go. Top of the sixth. 4-0 Mariners. Even Elvis in the crowd is stunned. 0 for 2. Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Jorge. Got to get his batting average up. Any reefer, anything else that you want on Saints, let me know photo-wise. And then anything that you want focus-wise, for photos, let me know. Type it in and I got you. I appreciate you and all your support. See what we're at for like on the stream. If we could actually have people on Twitter/X like it from there, then we would be getting probably 50 a night. So it looks like we're 4 away from hitting the goal. We're at 16. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, we just got another person to just do it. 17, thank you so much. Pinky's up, Trident's up, and 3 more will get us to 20. But if we were able to combine the numbers and get likes and donos and comments from both places in one spot, it'd be much better. But we got 37 people watching. Attack on Titan. Got you. Pitch is outside, and he walked him. Let's go. Polanco to first. Next up, first baseman, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. He's still looking for his first home run in 2024. Ty France. Let's go, Ty. Top of the sixth, 4-0 Mariners. Runner at first. Not sure if any Mariner fan, including myself, saw this coming, but we'll take it. But again, it's going to be a 3-game set. And I think Mariner fans, we respect the Rangers. We don't have any necessarily bad blood like we do towards the Astros. I feel the Rangers hate the Astros. The Mariners hate the Astros. Everybody hates the fucking Astros. It's like, to be able. And the thing is, I feel like if Astros fans were just admit that they cheated, and they're like, I still love my team, but yeah, we fucked up, right? Then they would gain so much respect from all the other fans of other teams, but they always act arrogant and act like they didn't do anything wrong. And that's why they're hated. They act like they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't get caught, and also the same thing with like the Patriots, back in the day, acting like they didn't do anything. Like, it's okay to admit that you guys fucked up. Like, you still got your rings, but at the end of the day, your shit is tainted. And to act like it's not tainted, as a victory is ridiculous. So, but I got no bad blood towards the Rangers, and I'm really looking forward to the rivalry with the Mariners and the Rangers moving forward. And it looks like maybe the Mariners took the Astros spot, and instead of battling with them, Rangers fans, you're going to be battling with us. And at some point, we're going to win the AL West. It may not be this year, it may not be next year, but trust you me, it's coming. We just got to be able to get the pitching, get the hitting, get the bullpen, get the closer, and then maybe one day we actually spend money on the right guys, and then eventually we'll get there. But who knows? Maybe we even win the American League West this year. It's possible this year, maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now. But we're getting closer. We're just trying to get to your guys' level, Ranger fans. We're trying to be like you. Top of the sixth, 4-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 1 away. The former Ranger, Mitch Garver, in the box. Garver, double play, 1. Wow, what a throw. Beautiful double play by the Rangers. Are you a big anime fan, Reefer? You know, for me, like I'm old school, you know, even though I look young and whatnot, but I've been, you know, I used to watch a lot of stuff, you know, back in the day. I'm a, like, you know, Ghost in the Shell. My favorite back in the day was Ninja Scroll. You know, if you know, you're an anime fan, and obviously they have, you know, Dragon Ball Z and all these other newer ones that have come out within the last 10 to 20 years. But if you're an OG and you're old school, you know, from back in the day, you know, Ninja Scroll was one of the best. I remember people, you know, would line up to, you know, go from VHS to DVD when that was like the new thing. So that kind of ages myself on how old I am. But sounds like you love the anime, and I know a lot of people do. It's definitely caught on a lot more within the last, I feel, you know, maybe 10 to 15 years. You know, back in the day, it was like a certain niche group of people that liked it. And then I feel it started to become kind of mainstream. And then more and more people maybe weren't as embarrassed to, like, you know, admit that they watched it. And in all honesty, a lot of it's really good. It's just like, you know, depending on if you like to watch standard cartoons or if you like anime. So. But also, too, you know, I'm half Japanese, too. So obviously I got, you know, Korean friends. I got Japanese friends. I got, you know, Vietnamese friends. I got friends of, you know, from Laos, you know, like pretty much any Asian country that you could think of. You know, I got friends, you know, there. And so, you know, if you're Chinese or Korean or Japanese or Vietnamese, like obviously anime is something that usually brings a lot of those people together, besides like basketball and gambling and cars. Obviously, that was a big thing for us growing up as well. When we would all swoop up in our, you know, tricked out Hondas or Acuras or Supras and whatnot, Integras, Supras, you know, lowering them, body kits, rims, you know, and then some of the people boosting and whatnot. But that's another story for another day. Back when I was a little hellion back in the day, let me tell you. They did give Garver his ring earlier, right before the game started. They had the celebration. Little chopper by Seager. There we go, went away. Reefer, baby. 26. And like I said, you know what's funny? I have more Saints, Falcons, and Panther fans that fuck with me and support me than Bucks fans. Bucks fans don't exist on YouTube, like, at all. Like, there's like nobody that, like, I don't know what it is with Tampa Bay fans. Like, they're either drunk or they're just watching at home, but they don't go on YouTube at all. You know, it's like, you know, like if I could get more support from actual real Buck fans that aren't haters, you know, to be able to support and whatnot. But, you know, I got much more love, and I think I would rather want it that way, because the Saints and Bucks hate each other, right? And I got more Saints fans that fuck with me and support me, you know, than you know, almost anybody, you know, and like that feels good. You know, it's like, imagine if you were like an Eagles streamer and then your biggest fan base is Cowboy fans. Like, it's not natural, but it definitely shows that I'm not biased. I represent, you know, all 32 teams. And if you're great and if you appreciate greatness, it doesn't matter, you know, the name on the jersey in the front, it's the name on the back. So I really do appreciate you very, very much, man. From a Saint fan to a Buck fan, I appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. But again, with me, I feel like I got so many interests, you know, that I can vibe pretty much with anybody. Half the fan base is under 40. Half the fan base is over 40. You know, you want to talk anime, you want to talk cars, you want to talk hip hop and rap, you want football, basketball, baseball, hockey, NASCAR, you know, boxing, whatever, you know, WWE, AEW, WCW. Like, I feel, you know, with all the different things that I get into, that I pretty much can vibe with almost anyone out there, you know. And again, I feel like, you know, certain streamers, you can tell if someone is a good person, if they have like a good aura about them, and you can definitely tell who's acting, you know, on social media, who pretends to be a good person, but in reality, they're not, you know. Appreciate you. We had 70, 30 to go. We got all the Saints fans in the building here. I know, it's awesome. Oh, I got to put these up here. Hold on. Let me save these real quick. Hold up. Those are awesome. Good pictures too. All right, let me get that one. How do you manage 3 pups? That's got to be a big responsibility here. Here, let me see if I can pull this up. I love being able to show, photos, from the fans and the friends on the channel. Popped up. Anager's there. Send these to Matt real quick, and then I'll grab them from there. Cute pup. What breed of dog is that? All Mariners all day so far. But I believe I'm the only one that really does, this. And it was kind of an original concept that I came up with myself. But if there's anyone that does what I do, obviously you know where they got it from. People love to come and spy on this channel and try to steal shit from me all the time. Cute pup. This is Focus's pup. And then we got a group photo. I love pups. Now, I'm a big dog person. I have respect and love for people that have cats, but I just never have owned one. So I've never had that same type of connection that other people do with cats, but I'm not like anti-cat. I feel that cats and dogs bring so much love and warmth to your heart and your mind and your soul, especially when you're struggling, that, the bonds that you can make, with cats and dogs and with kittens and pups, it's nothing can match that love. You give love, they'll never turn your back on you. They're never going to stop loving you. And that's why relationships with, cats and dogs are better than with people most of the time, because they're always going to love you. And, to some people, they're a part of your world, but to them, you're their whole world. And if you start treating them like they're your whole world as well, then you'll really understand what it's like, to have that appreciation and love for a pet who ends up being family. And I don't got any kids of my own. I'm a dog faja, right? I'm the dog father, not Snoop Dogg. And, Paisley's my daughter. And, I don't know, man. It's just the feeling that I get being able to cherish and love Paisley. I couldn't put a price tag on that. So. Top of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. And I'd probably, hug and kiss Paisley, like an insane amount. Probably some people would think I'm crazy unless you're like me, but she probably gets, like hundreds of hugs and kisses and massages. And, like I said, I walk an hour and a half, 7 days a week, 3 different walks every single day, for her, but also for me. So it helps my mental health. It keeps her healthy. It keeps me healthy. We go on adventures together, and I make sure I play with her, with the ball or the rope, tug of war. She's my whole world. And, like I said, I haven't felt genuine happiness like this in my entire life. So, and again, she was overweight, and, when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and I've done like the side-by-side photos before for what she was and what she is now. And it's just, it's just an amazing relationship and bond that I have with her. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yeah. I treat every day as if it's the last day on earth for not only me, but for her, and it's like I never used to really get super like emotional or cry, you know, when I see like dog videos or cat videos when they like need to be adopted or when they're like abused or abandoned, you know what I mean? But I feel like the realest content that you can watch to really pull the heartstrings are stuff that you see of like dogs and cats, especially when you have a relationship with one yourself, you know, and when you see, you know, stories of cats and dogs getting rescued, that shit fucking pulls my heartstrings every fucking time. You know, and it makes me want to be a better man and be a better dog father for my pup. Nice little base knock there for Luke. Rojas lined out to left. One away. Next up, J.P. Crawford. Go, JP. Let's go, baby. Top of the seventh, 4-0 Mariners. Runner at first, one out. Pitches into the dirt outside, 1-0 count. Oh, yeah. You know, or when they end up giving a dog like chocolate, because chocolate obviously is poisonous for a dog, but they want to make sure that, like, you know, the dog can understand what chocolate tastes like, you know, before they end up, you know, going to the other side. But anytime I see dogs getting rescued, they're fucking, you know, I feel that, you know, and, you know, most guys aren't going to talk about emotions and whatnot, but I'm comfortable with who I am and whatnot. But I don't think I've cried more or got emotional more in my life since I've gotten my pup in the last, like, you know, 2.5 years, you know, because once you build that bond and that connection, and you always, you know, will have friends or family that are just like over the top, you know, with their cat and dog. But until you start to realize and you get one for yourself, you'll never understand the bond that these other people have. You know, you see these people that, you know, always post their dog and you're like, gosh, you know, I don't understand why they're so into this dog like so much, until you actually experience it yourself. And then you're like, oh, I get it now. And, you know, I have a whole new respect, you know, for people that like to be able to show off their cats and dogs and the extra, you know, that they do for their, you know, family members. It's awesome. And like I said, I just try to be a better man than I was the day before. And I just try to make sure that I give everything I got to her, because I know one day she's not going to be here. And honestly, sometimes that makes me cry, you know, and get kind of emotional. Like, you're just the thinking about waking up and, you know, her not being there. And, you know, and anyone that has a cat or a dog or has had a cat or a dog pass away, or that has one currently living, you guys will understand, you know. It's like those looks in the eyes of the pet. You can't, especially a dog. Like, you can have the eye contact with a cat, but I feel like the eye contact with a dog is a little bit different, or a pup, you know. The eyes are very powerful. Oh, double play, but he throws it wide. Go, go, go. Slide. Oh, JP's hung up. Go back to first. There we go. Runners at first and third. Nice. Have you always been a dog person, or is that something that you know, was like recent, you know, in your life? Like, I had a purebred Samoyed when I was you know, little, and we had it for like 15, 20 years and whatnot. But that was like the only childhood dog that I owned. They used to pull me in a sled, you know, out here in Beaverton when we had like snow and whatnot. But the bond that I have with Paisley is even stronger, since Paisley is inside the house with me and pretty much sleeps with me and next to me all night. You know, and the purebred Samoyed was like outside in a dog house, so the connection wasn't as strong, you know, with that dog compared to this one. So. Right, exactly. And no matter if you're having a good day or bad day, you know that they're going to be there for you, you know, with the licks and the kisses and the love and the attention. And honestly, ever since I broke up, you know, with the ex-girlfriend and rescued her, you know, being overweight by like 20 pounds, I was 80 pounds heavier than I am now, and then just to pretty much dedicate my whole life to her and this channel and you guys. I haven't been happier than in my life since that has happened to me. So top of the 7th, 1 out, 4-0 Mariners. And once we end up getting here to a commercial break, if there's any other photos that I have missed from anyone that has donated, just let me know what you guys want, and I got you. And like I said, that's another thing that I really enjoy doing, is being able to show you guys off. A lot of people, when they stream, it's all about them and their ego, and it's them. But just the simple fact that I can throw up photos of you guys or your pets, or going to a baseball game, or the concert, that makes my heart happy. Because it's not about me; it's about the people that are in the room that are supporting me. That way, that I can make my dreams come true. So, and like I said, if I didn't have you guys, then I wouldn't have this channel, and I wouldn't be where I'm at here today. So, and I genuinely mean that, and I really do appreciate you guys, from the people that have donated and from the people that haven't, the people that have watched a video, to the people that are here every day with me. It really means a lot. Top of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. Let me get to gotta refresh this link here. And I feel it's like once you have that gratitude, and it's not about what you don't have, but it's about what you have, and if you can appreciate what you have in life, then I feel that, it takes your life in a whole nother direction. All right, top of the 7th, runners on the corners, 4-0 Mariners, 2-2 count to Julio Rodriguez. Big swing and a miss, got him. Big punch out on Julio, 2 away. All good, J-Rod, we'll get him next time, and at least you got your first homer. Next up, catcher, big dumper, 2 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs and a K, and a 2-run jack. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Go, Cal. I appreciate you, man. That means a lot. And again, at the end of the day, it's not about how much money you have, or how many cars you have, or what kind of personal belongings. At the end of the day, you're going to be remembered on how you treated people. And what you did for people, how you made them feel. And I truly believe that. So shout out to you guys in the room. I love you and appreciate you. That'll definitely start to build a connection and whatnot. Yeah, me too. Like I said, Paisley has pretty much slept next to me, like on top, or next to me, pretty much her whole life. So. Right. Yeah, and like you'll never forget them. And like I said, once you have an inside dog and you have that connection, the love, it's very like undescribable. A lot of people never even find true love, regardless if you're gay, straight, bi, whatever, your situation is. But a lot of people never really even find true love. But, one thing is for sure, if you put in that ultimate love for a pet, you're going to get it back tenfold. And, just to be able to have that love back has been so rewarding, to me in my life, just because, I've got done dirty, by a lot of people in my life. And it just feels good to be able to have the love reciprocated, in a genuine way. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. Yeah, true that. Kids and dogs. See who's next up here for the Rangers, and any other photos from the people that donated. If you need anything, just comment below. Let me know, and I got you. Next up for the Rangers in the bottom of the 7th, they're trying to rally. Due up, first baseman 0 for 2, Nathaniel Lowe. Batting second in the inning, 1 for 2, third baseman Josh Smith. And batting third, 0 for 1, base on ball with a K, DHing for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. An up-and-coming guy. I could definitely see him progressing as the years go along. Let's go. 4-0 Mariners. And let them know. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. And with all the generous people in the room, we're at 70. We only need 30 to go to hit the goal. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, and I'm really happy too, though, because my ex ended up, purchasing, the dog, and she was going to be stubborn and ended up keeping the dog. The dog would probably have like diabetes and weigh like, who knows, 70, 80, 90 pounds, and would probably end up dying, 3 or 4 years earlier than it needed to be, because he would walk the dog. And with that type of dog, a Staffy or like a Pitty, they need exercise. You just can't feed them and feed them and feed them and just walk them whenever you want to walk them. Like, it doesn't work like that. So it just makes me feel good that, not only did I rescue Paisley, but she rescued me. Sounds kind of corny and cheesy, but anyone that has a dog or a cat that has gone through the same type of thing will understand. Bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. Logan Gilbert, a.k.a. Walter, still out there slanging. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. That's my boy, Logan Gilbert. Let's go. Best pitcher on the staff from Stetson. What you know about Stetson? Bringing that electricity, baby. Logan Gilbert, baby. Let's go. And make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health, like I always talk about in the stream. Pitches outside, 2-1 count. Addiction, depression, anxiety are 3 things that I've gone through. Hell, even before I went full-time on this job, I got fired from a job that I was at. I had depression. I was in bed for 3 weeks. Didn't do anything besides maybe eat and, sleep. It was one of the worst 3-week stretches in my life, but I'm not embarrassed to talk about it, and it's one of those things that you have to realize if you are in the gutter, there's going to be signs that you're starting to see when you have that dark passenger that shows up. When you start, having those triggers, you start going into the gutter. So if you can start to understand yourself a little bit better and understand when you start going into the darkness, if you recognize your triggers, you can climb out a lot sooner instead of just giving up on life and giving up on yourself. Whether that's listening to music, exercising, maybe cutting back on the booze and the other parting favors, and being able to get some fresh air, checking up on friends. There's a lot of things that you can do to make your life a little bit better. Oh, Julio went for the diving catch. Going for 2. Get him. Ah, nice double there. Good effort by Julio, but just couldn't come down with it. But make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Don't ignore it. It's very, very important. You look out for yourself because, again, you're the only one that can make sure that you're going to be okay. Big facts. And especially if you're around toxic people, it's a lot easier to have toxic traits and to do toxic things when you're around toxic people. And sometimes you feel that people are your friends because you party with them. But at the end of the day, if you're drinking or if you're partying and doing things that are, maybe a little bit harder than just drinking, at some point or another, that'll catch up to you. And a lot of times people that are heavy, into the party scene, that causes depression. People don't realize it. Like, some people party because they think that they're having fun, but a lot of times people are medicating because of the pain that they're in. And then they end up wasting money and then end up going through withdrawals or end up going through, hell until they end up getting back to that party scene again. And sometimes you got to cut those people out of your life. I know it's hard, but if you want to better yourself, sometimes you got to recognize that people that you think that you're friends, they're really not. They're just acquaintances, And you have to understand that it takes a big person to be able to walk away from people, even though you think that they're your friends. And some of them may be your friends, but a lot of times those people can drag you down with them. And you got to be able to recognize that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm half Japanese and whatnot and half Czech, and obviously probably anything at like a European dartboard, you throw it on there. I probably got a little bit of German, a little bit of Czech and Russian, and obviously the other half is Japanese. But yeah, I got a lot of Korean friends and whatnot. But Korean barbecue, Vietnamese food like pho, going and getting stuff like pad thai. I like to eat a little bit of everything. So I definitely love going to Flavor Town, regardless if it's Asian food. I love Mexican food, American food. But since I've been on this like weight loss journey, I don't eat fast food anymore. And, I've cut back on the drinking a lot. I don't really do that anymore either. So, it's a lot of like steamed vegetables, rice and noodles, a lot of fruit, and just a shitload of exercise. So, but the Korean barbecue and Korean, oh man, Flavor Town, baby. Bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. Right, Langford in the box. And he struck out swinging. 2 away. Next up, catcher Jonah Heim. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Nice job, Logan. Logan's getting all the Ks today, baby. 6 Ks for Walter. Aaron Moose is coming out for that. Nice job, Logan. Way to bring that electricity. Yeah. Let's go. And I haven't had to refresh a stream as much as this in like ages. Yeah, I mean, shit, after, COVID and whatnot, like I weighed, like 270, 280, like at that point, I never weighed like that. And I like 270, I think is what I peaked at. And I'm already down to like 188 right now. So like I lost a whole person, and I still got a little ways to go. I was talking to my dad, and my dad kind of looks like Santa and whatnot. And my dad is, white, Caucasian, European, and my mom is Japanese and whatnot. But I was talking to my dad because my dad is kind of more, kind of beefy. He's got more muscles and whatnot. But he said that he felt that when he was around my age, about 185 was like the peak weight, when you're 6 foot tall, because my mom is 5 foot and my dad is 6 foot. So I prayed as a little kid that I would be 6 foot, so that way I could actually play sports and, and I could, nothing wrong with being 5 foot or being 5'5", and whatnot. But I just wanted to be as close to my dad's height as possible. So. But, Paisley lost, 20 pounds. She was like 20 pounds overweight. Now I got her down to the proper healthy weight of 55 pounds. And, I went from 270 to now I'm down to 188 in a matter of about a year and a half. So, and I haven't really done anything besides cut back on drinking, not eating fast food, not really drinking soda, and then exercising about an hour and a half, every single day, 7 days a week, like for a year straight. I don't know how many miles that I've been walking every day. I couldn't tell you that. I don't have one of those watches that tells the steps, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than 5 miles a day, if I'm walking for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. Jonah Heim just walked. Sorry, my stream is fucked up right now, so I'm waiting for it to refresh here. There we go. Apologize. Anytime you don't hear me calling the pitch by pitch, I'm usually refreshing something. All right, we got runners at first and third, and Logan Gilbert might be going out. He doesn't want to go out, but he is. Call to the pen. Got deep into the 7th, though. Nice job by Logan. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Speaking of Korean fried chicken, let's see if I can find a photo. We used to, a couple of years ago, when we would have enough people, we would end up doing photos of food for like mental health. and whatnot. So we would just, do kind of like a freestyle stream, or we would do photos of food after the event was over. And then, people would, give suggestions, and we would get donos, and I would get into different types of foods and whatnot. And I like looking at athletes and singers and rappers and all these different, photos, scenery. But I think like food photos are the best, like, compared to anything else. There's nothing better than looking at photos of food in HD or 4K. Oh, baby. Look at that. Korean fried chicken wing recipe. I got another one for you. And hopefully we can get back to that, where we can get enough support where we can end up, doing food photos, at the end of a stream, or at one point or another, actually just doing themed streams where we can get enough likes and subs and donos to actually do a themed stream where we just do food, the whole stream for like an hour, and people come in and donate, and then whatever their favorite food is, and we end up doing, photos of whatever people's favorites are. So we used to do it. I would love to get back to doing it. Nothing looks better than HD 4K Flavor Town food, baby. Let's go. I always try to bring out my creativity here. So. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 2, Leody Taveras. And we got Stanek in now. Hell yeah, it looks good. We would do like theme stuff. We would do like Mexican food. So I'd find like the best HD 4K HD 4K photos of pizza, lasagna, chimichangas, burritos, Korean barbecue, regular barbecue, chicken, steak, you name it. I would be able to go through it. And I actually miss doing streams like that. I mean, we would definitely get people hungry, and it would give people ideas, pad thai or whatever it may be. But, there's nothing better on the internet than looking at photos of food. I'm telling you. Runners on the corners, bottom of the 7, 2 out. 1-2 pitch. Let's get out of this inning. Stanek, right up the gut to JP. Throw to Ty. Got him. Nice job, Stanek. Let's go to the top of the 8th. Let's take a quick peek back at those photos of food. I'm super hungry. I wish I could eat stuff like this again. Like, I'm gonna give you the best of the best. You thought the first 2 looked really good, and I keep hitting you with more. Got another one. I love Flavor Town. Gordon Ramsay. I watch all those shows. Next Level Chef, Master Chef, Master Chef Junior. If there is one skill that I wish I had, I wish I could be like them, and cook and make anything. Like I got mad love and respect for people that, go into the kitchen and do what they do. I mean, food relates to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, European, like food is universal. Damn, that looks good. All right, let's go to the top of the 8th. But you can definitely see how we could look at food for an hour or 2 or 3. Very easy. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 3 with a K, Mitch Haniga. Batting second baseman, Jorge Polanco. And batting third this inning, first baseman, Ty France. Go, baby. Oh, you don't have any Korean spots there? Damn, that's tough. How far would you have to go to drive to get Korean barbecue? Like an hour? It sounds like it, because if it's not near you, it would be like a half hour. So it sounds like the closest spot to get Korean barbecue would be 45 minutes away or longer. That's tough. But sometimes it's worth it. Damn, 4 hours? Damn, that's like a road trip. You'd be doing some like Harold and Kumar shit. But the thing is that if you ended up doing it, it probably would be one of the best meals of your life, depending on when the last time you had it. Not much. It's still 4-0, focus. Logan ended up going here into the 7th inning. They pulled him with 2 outs, and then Stanek came in and got us out of the inning. So it's still 4-0. Texas has only gotten 2 hits, and they have an error. Pretty unbelievable, if you ask me. Cal Raleigh with a 2-run jack in the first. Julio in the top of the third with a 2-run jack, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and Matt lives in Hawaii, so obviously he gets spoiled with a lot of the Hawaiian delicacies that he has out there with the proteins and whatnot. I definitely get jealous of the food that you get to eat out there as well. Like for me, I can eat rice, white rice, or even different types of rice and noodles every day. But then obviously with the different types of protein that you can have, it's it's like I could definitely eat that every day of my life. But for me, I'm really into like the steamed vegetable. I gotta try to eat healthy. And I've definitely got to lose a lot of weight, and I definitely don't want to get back to the person that I was when I gave up on myself a few years ago. So. Yeah, but you got to think though, Matt, Hawaiian food though. I mean, if you live in the lower 48, I mean, depending on where you live, you might have access to some things. Haniger, back to the wall. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Wow, he didn't miss by much. I thought he was gone there, right on the sweet spot. Good catch. Haniger flied out to left. Next up, the switch hitter, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Jorge. Ghoul in the building. What's good? Garcia's the man, just like Seager. It's just that the Mariners and the pitching today has been exquisite. We got our best pitcher on the mound, so if you bet against the Mariners, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, the Mariners are starting to get hot right now, and pitching is everything. And Logan Gilbert did a solid job today. And again, when you end up having a pitcher go 7 innings, that kind of tells the story in itself. But I wouldn't be surprised if Garcia and Seager go off, tomorrow or the following day. But this is the Mariners game here today. All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Get some rest. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the love and support. And I'll get you some more, Saint photos whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for coming through and showing mad love. Reefer is out. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. And then after we do the Mariners and Rangers tomorrow, I'll be doing the NFL draft on Thursday and Friday. And then I'll be back here on Saturday doing the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. Take care, bro. Appreciate you very, very much. Top of the 8th, 4-0 Mariners. It's just awesome to be able to see, newbies and as well as people that haven't been here in a minute, come through and hang out. And then not only that, but to also like and share and sub and donate. And it really means a lot. Thank you. Polanco walks. There we go. We'll take that. Next up, Ty France. Let's go, Ty. One out and one on. Big swing and a miss. We're still looking for the first home run in 2024 for Ty France. I think he's the last one that we're really besides, or do we have anyone else that we're looking at? I think he might be one of the only main starters. It was him and Julio were really the only ones, I believe, as main starters that needed to get off the schneid. Maybe he can do it here. Maybe we can get 3 2-run homers in a game. And it's pretty rare to be able to, limit the Rangers to only 2 hits. They don't got anybody hitting below 200, and their roster is amazing. The Mariners are starting to gain some ground. Pitch is high, 1-1 count. Must be because I got the throwback Ken Griffey Jr. on here today. Runner goes, throw to second, dive. Got him. Hit. What a great throw by Jonah Heim. That was very Cal Raleigh-like. Now they're looking on the replay here to see if it was safe or not. He had a good jump. Look at the throw by Heim. Perfect throw. Perfect. Yeah, I think he got him. Go, Ty. We're at 70, 30 to go. Let them know. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. And you've been doing a fantastic job. Because you're focused, here and here only. And again, it's like to be a lead mod, I need to make sure that the focus is here, as we're grinding. And, you've been doing a great job. Anytime, if you end up being a lead mod and you're, on 3 different streams and your focus isn't here, then you're going to get tired and you're not going to be able to put in the full grind that I need. So I really do appreciate you focusing on this channel and putting in 100% every single day. Absolutely money throw. Let's see who the Rangers have due up here in these last 2 innings and see if they can make a comeback. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for them, so this is their best chance here to get it going. Leading off, 0 for 3, second baseman, Marcus Semien. Batting second, a rare 0-2 with a base on ball, Corey Seager, Mr. October, like Reggie Jackson last year. And then batting third, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, left fielder Evan Carter. And then hopefully one of the 3 guys will get a hit, and then we can get Adolis Garcia in the box. And Garcia is 0 for 2 as well. How often are you going to see, the first 4 guys in the lineup, right, batting 0 for 10? And that's not going to happen very often, in 2024 for the Texas Rangers. But again, Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert, was a big part of that, and he's our best pitcher in 2024. So I had a feeling that we were going to win tonight. I don't know if we're going to be able to win with Bryce Miller tomorrow or Luis Castillo on Thursday. But again, we're starting to gain some ground and gain a little bit of momentum. And the Rangers are a fantastic team. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Hell, they may end up making the World Series again, and they may go back-to-back. But one thing is for sure, the Mariners are coming. And again, we already know the Baltimore Orioles are on the up and up, and they're coming as well. They're getting better and better, right? And a couple of years ago, when it was Julio's rookie year, it looked like it was going to be the Blue Jays and the Mariners. But now I feel it's kind of like the Orioles and the Mariners are, we still got to worry about the Yankees with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, the Rangers, of course. And then obviously we got the Orioles and the Mariners are going to try to surprise some people. And then in the National League, you got the Braves, you got the Dodgers. You never can take your eyes away from the Phillies as well as the Diamondbacks. So go to the bottom of the 8th. Due up, second baseman, Marcus Semien. And we got Gabe Spire in. Let's go, Gabe. And you know what the most impressive thing about the Mariners is we haven't had our number 1 bullpen guy after the starter goes out all year. We haven't had Matt Brash. So if we would have had Brash this whole time, maybe we have 3 or 4 more wins than we do right now. So, I mean, there's going to be games where Brash isn't good, but sometimes when Brash is, locked and loaded, it's hard to beat. So, and I do appreciate what Gabe has been able to do to fill in for Brash. He's been pretty good. Got him. Nice Gabe by Gabe. Marcus Simeon is gone. Good job, baby. Next up, the phenomenal one, Corey Seager. And whenever I think of Corey Seager, I think of his brother Kyle on the Mariners. I wish he didn't retire. I wish he was able to be a part of this Mariners squad. Always liked Kyle Seager a lot and what he was able to bring. Not as good of a player as Corey, but Kyle definitely brought it and helped us, be somewhat relevant when he was on the team. Corey, oh, what a catch by Haniger. Line drive to right, 2 away. A little bad luck there for Corey. Next up, left fielder Evan Carter. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Love you, and I appreciate you. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Looks like we're at 22. We need 3 more people to hit the goal for the likes. We just had another person just smash the like button. Thank you so much. Trident's up. We're at 23. We need 2 more people to get to 25, 7 more to get to 30. And we got 40 people watching. So I appreciate y'all between YouTube and Twitter/X. Thank you. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Mariners. If you're just tuning in, we got off to a very fast start. Cal Raleigh with a 2-run jack in the top of the first. J.P. Crawford scored 2-0 Mariners. And then in the top of the third, Julio Rodriguez, a.k.a. J-Rod, went to left center, and Rojas was on base. And then it ended up being another 2-run jack. And then it ended up being 4-0 Mariners. And that's exactly where we're standing right now. Very rare for the Mariners to have 2 2-run homers in a game, let alone 1. But we'll take it. But if we didn't have that great pitching by Logan Gilbert, we wouldn't be here sitting with a 4-0 lead. Big facts. 2-1 pitch to Carter. Pitch is high in the zone. 3-1 count. Let's go, baby. 3-1 pitch. Right down the middle by Spire. Beautiful pitch. Count is full. 3-2 count. Let's go, Gabe. Three-two pitch from Spire. Got him! Fuck yeah, let's go. Gabe Spire, I see you, dude. Nice punch out by Spire. Let's go to the top of the 9th. Mariner Moose is out, baby. All right, next up for the Mariners, the former Ranger, DHing for Seattle, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K, Mitch Garver. Batting second, 1 for 3 with a K, left fielder tonight, Luke Rayleigh. And batting third, 1 for 3, third baseman, Josh Rojas. Let's go, J-Row. Hollywood. He's been nice, man. Like I said, I don't really like Taylor Saucedo, but I do like Stanek. I do like Gabe. I like Brash, but also at least when Taylor is hitting as a lefty, then it's good, but I don't have confidence in him, But it's nice to be able to have a lefty to mix in, and obviously you have Gabe there, but, it's like I want consistency, and I just don't get it from Saucedo, so thank God we have Gabe. Can't wait for Brash to come back. Then we're going to elevate. And we're going to go to another level. So, hell yeah. Great day today, man. 4-0? You kidding me? Shout out to Reefer, Elliot, Lauren, Megan, and Matt for helping out on the Twitter/X site. I appreciate that very much. Mariners starters have pitched 5+ innings and allowed 2 or fewer earned runs in a franchise record 11 consecutive games. Is that good? Let's go. Let's go. 2-hitter. And think about this, Reflect. When's the last time you've seen Simeon, Seager, Carter, and Garcia, the first 4 guys, go a combined 0 for 13 in a night? I don't think I've ever seen that. So there you go. You know, that's how you end up dominating, when you end up having their first 4 guys going 0 for 13. Unbelievable. Like, the only guys that have gotten anything are Lowe and Smith, and then everyone else has not got anything. 2-hitter. Yes, sir. And getting Wu back. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. I mean, Hancock is starting to get a little bit better, you know, but again, as far as like the 5-hole guy, you know, I'd rather have Wu there, because Wu's a guy that's going to be like Castillo and Bryce, where he's going to try to get 10 Ks, and sometimes he will. And I mean, imagine, you know, having your 5-hole guy get 10 Ks. That's like unheard of. So I can't wait for that. Garver strikes out, 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. Let's go. Best pitcher late last year, best pitcher this year for us. But I feel like it's rubbing off on the other pitchers. You know, they feel that competition factor, and they realize that we need Castillo and Kirby and Miller and Hancock and Wu. We need everyone together if we want to make this happen and have like a postseason run. And then obviously bringing in Jonathan Clase, I feel that gave us a big spark as well. So, and then the other spark that we're going to get is when we get Ham Swaggerty back. When we get Sam Haggerty back, that'll give us a spark too. So I can't wait for this team to be complete. Throw to first, 2 away. Right? You went 105, I went 95, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, obviously, you know, we would have liked a better record than, you know, 11-11, but we're about to be 12-11, and we're going to be first place in the American League West here in just a couple minutes. You know, for all the people that are like freaking out, the Mariners suck, you know, can't pitch, can't hit, this and that. But again, if you actually watch full games, you know, what we did in the first 10 games is completely different than what we've done in the last 10 games. So it's been like a Jekyll and Hyde, like 2 different teams. So we're in it for the long haul, you know. Pitch right on the corner for a strike to Rojas, aka J-Row or Hollywood, his early nickname. That's why I like watching the pregame show on Root. You know, when you get to learn about fun facts about the players, you know, back when they were in junior high or high school, nicknames and, you know, different, you know, things that they like. They had Thornton on there too. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really say, you know, too many tight ends. You know, obviously they're grinders because they're going to block too. But Kelsey, Mark Andrews, Kittle with his great personality. Now you got Sam Laporta in the mix. So very excited to see what happens, you know, with Brock Bowers, and hopefully he ends up being like Sam Laporta, not like Kyle Pitts. But maybe Kyle Pitts will have a, you know, a top 7 tight end season with Kirk Cousins, or maybe even top 5. Who knows? Maybe he'll be a top 5 tight end, and we can have Kyle Pitts up there, you know. But again, you got to have a quarterback to get you the ball. Rojas popped up. Easy play. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Three outs away from first place. Reflect. How you feeling? You love it? You know I do. And I ended up shooting hoops at my park that I grew up playing at, and it's beautiful. It has all these huge, like 100-foot trees, and then the sun will like shine through. It's almost like spiritual when you go like early in the morning, 7, 8, 9 in the morning, and they have all kinds of grassy area. And within the last 15 years, they've added like a swing set and then like a little play area off to the side. But it's just a really cool kind of low-key park. It's not a fancy park. It's almost kind of like one of the parks that's kind of in the hood a little bit. It's not necessarily a fancy park where like the rich people play. If I go up on the top of the hill where like the $1 million homes are at, they have a park up there with the concrete where they have like a full court outside, and they even have like a undercover area, like a house where you can go undercover, and then when it's raining you can shoot hoops on a half court hoop there, which is really dope when it's raining. But this one that has the trees, it just gives you that ambiance. And like, I might not like watching the NBA, but I love shooting hoops, and I ended up just shooting around and just to see if I still got it. And I used to play like an insane person, like 7 in the morning, come home at 7 at night. And I played all the way up until high school and whatnot. And I was still shooting pretty good, shooting threes, shooting free throws, and I was probably shooting like 80%. So I still got it. That muscle memory, it's like riding a bike. And if you were good at a sport, whether it's baseball or football or basketball, even though I haven't really shot hoops in a while, if you still got that muscle memory, it's still there. And I plan on trying to be able to do that every morning. I'll just have to put the leash around one of the hoops or next to one of the picnic tables for Paisley just for a few minutes. So that way I can get a few reps in. But it definitely is very spiritual for me. Just like throwing a baseball around and playing catch with a mitt, or throwing a football around. I think those are like my favorite things to do with friends, when you have the time to do it. Throwing the football around is fun, but I think I like shooting hoops more. But one of my favorite things is throwing the baseball around. But the only problem is not a lot of people can do it, unless you actually played baseball growing up or you have that athleticism, Like throwing a baseball around is a lot harder than people think, depending on if you played. And you don't even necessarily have to play. Like, I never played baseball on a team, but I used to play catch with my dad for hours on end. And I feel that's a pretty spiritual experience as well. Garcia in the box. Judah in the building. Yeah, I'm jealous. There's this kid that there's a house, little neighborhood down the road from me. He's got the best basketball hoop in like the whole neighborhood. He's got one of like the fiberglass adjustable, hoops, right? But he's got a chain net. The only chain net, like in a matter of a span of like 10 miles, because I walk everywhere with Paisley, and he's like the only kid that's got a chain net. And I'm like, damn, I kind of want to like shoot on his hoop or like, see if I can shoot hoops with him or something, but I'm usually walking Paisley, so I don't have the time to do that. But it's like, there's nothing better when you can shoot like a swish and hear that chain net and the sound that it makes compared to a regular net. It's awesome. Brings back a lot of memories when I was a kid. 2-2 count to Adalis Garcia. Got Munoz in. Outside, 3-2 count. Let's go, Andres. Come on, baby. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Come on, baby. Struck out swinging. There we go. Hell yeah. That slider, nasty. I enjoyed Reflect, that link that you ended up sending me. I like watching, tape, of different types of players, especially if it's someone that I haven't gone out of my way to watch tape on just yet, of the Michael Pratt. I'm not sure if, I think you have him higher than I do. There's some things that I do like about him, and I think there's some things that probably you got to work on a little bit mechanically. But just because he went to Tulane, I'm not going to say, oh, he didn't play anybody. Because again, you could be Josh Allen and be at Wyoming and still pan out and be a decent quarterback. But mechanically, there's some things that I like, and also some things I think he can improve on. But I'm not really sure how good he's going to be, or what round he'll get picked, 3rd through 7th round, more than likely. But hopefully he ends up going to a team that'll give him a shot and he can learn in that quarterback room. Low with a little single there. But I think for me right now, I feel I have the most confidence in Penix Jr. and Bo Nix. Those are the two guys at 24 years old, the maturity, the throws, the throws under pressure. Those are the two guys that I believe in the most, regardless if I was a Duck fan or not. I feel like those guys will be able to get it done. And then I feel with like Caleb and Jaden Daniels and Drake May and McCarthy, those are kind of question marks for me. It could work, but I could see it, possibly not working as well, or, it may take them a while, depending, because also it's not just them, it's also the teams that they're probably going to be going to. Now, if those players ended up going later, to teams that had more supporting cast, then maybe I would be a little bit higher on those guys. But again, sometimes when you have teams that are rebuilding or dysfunctional, rebuilding like the Patriots, dysfunctional like the Commanders, sometimes you can still have a good player, but if the O-line sucks and you don't got any wide receivers or tight ends or a good OC or a good defense, regardless who it is, they're going to struggle. So. Yeah. Chop foul. Milwaukee Bucks. Well, no Giannis though, right? You got no Giannis, you got nothing. One. Put your ones up. And we ain't Roman Reigns. We ain't the bloodline. First place, baby. First place, American League West. Try dance up, baby. Let's go. But I really do appreciate you sending that link. And if you got any others that you end up watching, send them to me. Anytime I see anything Oregon Ducks related, I send it to Matt. Anything Mariners related, I usually send to you, Reflect, and my best friend Justin, that goes to the games with me, because I feel that you and Justin are the two most hardcore Mariner fans that I know, besides myself. So, and I really appreciate looking at, different types, of footage and whatnot. Oh yeah, first place, dude. Let's go. Yeah, well, you had Zappy and Mac Jones, but again, it's going to take a few years, regardless if it's, Daniels or May, you know what I mean? But like I said, the O-line needs to be rebuilt. The defense needs to be rebuilt. You need better running backs and wide receivers and tight ends, and then the whole new coaching regime and whatnot. But I feel that, it'll be hard, but again, hopefully you end up picking someone that will have good people around them. So that way, if there's some, struggles early on, that they don't get discouraged. I mean, like I said, if you're going to end up going to the Bears, you're going to go to the Patriots, the Commanders, the Giants, some of those teams, towards the top, it's not going to be easy peasy where you just bring in the quarterback and all of a sudden you're at 10 wins. It may take a few years, to be able to get to that number, or you may never get to that number and you may have to look on to another quarterback, in a few years after that. So, but I'm hoping that it ends up working out for all the teams that draft a quarterback. So. Let's go. But at the end of the day, for you, it's going to be exciting, and hopefully the person pans out. And again, it's a whole new regime. So even if you lose games and you don't make the playoffs, but you see steady improvement, that's what you want. You just want to be able to know that this guy is the guy that put butts in the seats. And, even if you lose games, but if he puts up 3 touchdowns and 1 pick and you end up losing by 7, you can deal with that. At least that you're you're being competitive. You just don't want to draft the quarterback and then you're just getting smoked, 24-0 and 28-3. You want to see your quarterback make plays. And at the end of the day, as long as the quarterback is improving game in and game out, season in and season out, even if you're losing, but you're seeing steady improvement, that's all you can ask for. So. Yeah. Let's go. 4-0 Mariners. Let's go. And we'll be here tomorrow. And I ended up double dipping with so this was the thumb here for today. So that way I could spend more time with Paisley. And I already made the thumb for tomorrow. Boom. Julio and Corey Seager. So that'll give me more time to hang out with Paisley. And yeah, and then we'll do the draft on Thursday and Friday. Super excited. And I'll watch it on Saturday as well. But then on Saturday night, we're going to do the Diamondbacks. I got to do that stream, especially if I'm going to skip out on the Mariners, the Mariners and the Diamondbacks on Friday. I mean, like I said, day 2, rounds 2 and 3 is still pretty important. So I'll still end up watching the Mariners at the same time. But I think doing the draft day 2 will be probably a little bit more significant than the first game against the Diamondbacks, even though that is a big game for us, but it is regular season. So reflect with a tenor. Appreciate you so much, man. What do you want to see for photos? Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. I'm going to stay online for another 15 minutes until the 3-hour mark, and then we'll call it a day. So let me know what you want for photos, and I got you. Appreciate you very much. No worries. Like I said, I'll be grinding it out. So Mariners tomorrow against the Rangers, NFL draft, Mariners Diamondbacks on Saturday, and then we'll figure out what we do on Sunday as well. But I'll still be watching the draft on Saturday, and I'll still be watching the Mariners Diamondbacks on Friday. That's a big one. I mean, I'll be watching both, but I think doing the draft on both of the days is probably the smart thing to do. I mean, what do you think, Reflect? Doing day 2 of the NFL draft over the Mariners and the Diamondbacks first game, that would probably be the smarter way to go. I mean, that's usually what I do, but I guess it just depends on, I guess the support that we would have based off Mariner fans and other fans in general. But I would assume there's still going to be some really good players coming off the board in, rounds 2 and 3 that I think a lot of us are interested in. So I think that, to not do a Mariner Diamondback game, that even though I want to do it, but I can just have it on in the background and then focus on the NFL draft day 2, because you're still going to get big names on day 2 for rounds 2 and 3. So Gilbert in the boost. All right, let's do it. I love this one. So crispy. Stetson? Like, where the hell is Stetson? Shows you can find talent anywhere. One of my favorite Logan Gilbert photos right here. So cool. Good old Walter. It's nice to be able to see like so many different people coming through and showing support and love, It's just nice when you have, it's always great when you have 1 or 2 people that consistently are always going to come through and show so much love and support. But then when you start getting some more of the newbies or people that have discovered the channel or people that have subbed for a long time but never have watched a live stream, and then you get people coming in like Focus, dropping a 2 bills, 2 hundo, a 50 and a tenner, and then having other people come through as well. It's just nice, to be able to see that, and Reefer coming in and all the others. It's just awesome. And then, it's just nice to be able to get that love and support with more people. That'll ultimately help us get to where we need to go. Thank you to everyone that donated, commented, shared. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X. I love you and I appreciate you very, very much. Cool mural right behind him there with a bunch of legends. I'm happy for my guy, Walter. Final score, Mariners 4, Rangers 0, and we're in first place in the American League West with 23 games in. Let's fucking go. Yes. And the Moose. Megan with a tenner. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Always coming through. Let me know what you want to do for a few photos, and I got you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. And I'm really happy to have people like you and Reflect, to represent for the Pacific Northwest and what we're all about. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Words don't, it's just, it's just nice to be able to, have you guys do what you do and to go out of your way for me. Thank you so much. It means a lot. A little stacks on stacks, a little racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. A little Mariner Moose action. Ten more to hit the goal. Yeah, I got you, Matt. I'll squeeze in a few photos for you before I end the stream. Yeah, that's what it's about. And we're not even 100% yet. We got guys hurt. We still don't have Brash. We haven't had them all year. We haven't had Ham Swaggerty. So it's like we're still not complete yet. And we still haven't even seen Harry Ford yet, and some of the other guys that are in high A, single A, double A, and triple A that might get an opportunity to, do something for us, whether it be this year or next year. So it's nice to be able to see the Mariners are catching some fire for sure. Absolutely. Exactly what he wants to see, right? Love you guys. Mariner Moose is global. Yes, I will. Megan helping us hit our goal. Thank you so much. You and Reflect our MVPs. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of just depends on where we're at. You know what I mean? If we're at a 0 or, or if we have something, but the chat etiquette. Paisley, hold on. She gave me a. I always hear her little moan outside the door. This is Dad. Hold on. Megan making sure we hit our goal. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Cactus Jack, bang bang. Stefan incoming, and we'll make sure that we take care of Matt as well. Doing a fantastic job. See here. Almost done, Paisley Pup. Any Seahawk players in the draft that you want me to throw up? Or do you want to keep it just all Stefan all day, every day? If there's someone that you want, the Seahawks to pick, we can always throw something like that up as well, or Pete, or the new head coach with Mike, or you let me know. Or if you just want to stick with Stefan, the heartthrob, we can go that route too. You and Matt have your priorities with the crushes that you have, and there's nothing wrong with that. My crush is Paisley Pup. But you let me know. can do a little bit of both. She said, sexy boy. Is he number one ranked right now for you? He's number one on the list. And the sexy meter broke. Done, Paisley. We got to show some appreciation and love, and then we'll end up going on a walk. Crazy. I don't think I've wanted a center on my own team for the Bucks as much as this. And not only that, he played at Oregon, so we'll see where he ends up falling. But wherever he goes, he'll be like a Penei Sewell. I think he's going to pan out, and he's going to really make a big difference on whatever team that he goes to. And he's an awesome guy off the field too. So you're not going to hear about him getting in trouble or anything like that. I mean, he's going to be a real key cog on whatever offensive line that he joins. Super excited for his career. Love offensive linemen. And center is probably my favorite position. I think left tackle gets the most love, tackles and guards, but I feel like center doesn't get as much love and appreciation. Probably like centers and guards are probably the most underappreciated position besides like kicker and punter, and it's just nice when they can get highlighted and get a little bit of love. And when they're really, really good too. Oh my God, I would lose it, seriously. And it's not every year that you're gonna, need a center. It's not often. If the Seahawks got him, I mean, gosh, what that would do for your guys' line, it would definitely help a lot. He's a leader. And if they decided not to go, D-line, with their first pick, and they decided to go this particular route, you would end up getting one of the best tight ends in the draft, if they decide to go this particular way. And, obviously there'll be other spots that might need to be filled, but, you can't deny the fact of how, athletic Bowers is. He could be like a Sam Laporta and could definitely make a big difference on whatever team he goes to, especially if you have a quarterback that can get him the ball. Bowers could end up being a top 5 tight end right away, like Laporta, depending on the team that he goes to. He'll be exciting. And the tight end position is kind of thin, so it's kind of cool to see Laporta have the success that he had. And then if you can end up getting success out of Bowers, whether he be on the Seahawks or on another team, then it will make fantasy football a little bit easier for people at tight end where if you don't get Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews or George Kittle or Sam Laporta, then you can, go for a player like this. And then, kind of roll the dice and you might end up getting a little bit better results than people think. And obviously the Seahawks have a good quarterback, so it's not like, Bowers going to the Seahawks, he wouldn't get the ball. He would be able to get opportunities. Very, very interesting to see where these two players fall. And it's a possibility they might even get both drafted before even Seattle picks. It is possible. But we will find out. Stefan and Hacker at the top. Oh, okay. Who's number one though? Stefan? Stefan 1, Hack 2 in the pecking order. And then for Matt, it's just Tay, like 1 through 100. Ah, okay. Birthday. I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, JPJ. And he's got potential to even be better than Unger, and Unger was a beast. Yeah, and if you do have a tight end, it is, that is very, very true. If you want to be able to make it to a Super Bowl, it's kind of, if you notice, Kelce, Gronk, Kittle, Laporta almost got there. It's like, Mark Andrews hasn't got there, with Lamar just yet, but it kind of feels like at some point or another, you would assume the Ravens will make a Super Bowl before Lamar's career is over, right? And you would hope that it would be with Mark Andrews together. So it is very key. If you end up getting an elite tight end, top 5, you have a better chance of going deeper into the playoffs rather than if you don't have a good tight end. Not only for blocking purposes, but for receiving purposes as well. 100% true. Hack 1 and Stefan 1.1. Damn, not even 2. She said 1.1. That's close. Almost done, Paisley. Got to take care of the people. They are important. Very important. They're very important for your life and my life. Paisley Pup. I know, Paisley, almost there. Let's go. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Go Mariners. I'll even throw Hack in for good measure for you. All right, now it's time for Tay and Matt, and we can call it a day. Shout out to all the people that came through to like, sub, comment, donate, share. Appreciate you very, very much. Matt doing a fantastic job as the lead. Appreciate you. I'm almost done, Paisley. I know, baby. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I promise. Almost done, Paisley. Got one more for Matt. Trying to squeeze in some new ones. There we go. Superstar. All right, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Shout out to all the people that liked the stream, shared it, donated, commented, shared. I appreciate you very, very much. And we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place at 5 o'clock, 4:55 p.m. Pacific for game number 2 with the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Final score, Seattle Mariners 4, Texas Rangers 0. The Mariners get first place in the American League West. Shout out to Judah, Matt, Megan, Reflect, and everyone else. I love you and appreciate you. And I got one question for you. Who you know talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.